I mean, the likelihood of saying something weird is still pretty high. I'm British, but why break with tradition? Is it because they love us more?
No, it's because I got a new microphone.
Ooh.
Well, yeah,
Switch.
but
Apparently not.
hang on.
Don't think you can really mime. Ooh,
there
noises.
we go. There's my volume. So hopefully those of you out there can hear me. Hello, everybody. How's it going? So we are minus a couple of people at the moment. Both people should be getting here later. In the meantime, we still have plenty for these guys to do, and I do want to point out we have this game, and then we have next game, and then we have our season finale. So we are getting into the nitty gritty. Thank you very much, Throck. Boy, I wonder who could possibly have helped supply me with a sweet ass microphone like this one. I get Throck's hand-me-down sometimes. It's quite nice.
I was going to say, didn't you just buy a new one, and that's why you have a new one now?
Yes, it is. Yes, exactly it is.
Oh, sharing is caring.
So I just want to make anyone who's out there on the stream feel old. One of my students today, when we were talking about some event having happened in 1995, he did not say 1995. He said the late 1900s.
He's not wrong, though, and that's brilliant.
And I wanted to die.
I love it.
I had never, ever
We're all old
considered.
Yep.
I mean, we are,
old.
you know, at some point in the long distant future, our grandchildren will ask us, hey, Pops, what was it like living around the turn of the century?
You lived through the millennium. What was that like?
Yeah.
Like, oh, it was very boring. I was at a house party. It was depressing. I was a child. Come on.
Everyone was very afraid that, like, some numbers were going to fuck up, and also the bottoms of my pants were way too big.
Yes! Oh my goodness, I had that as well. Lime green corduroy mosh pants.
They need to bring that back.
Jinko is functioning. They do exist. They're still out there. They're still doing shit.
We just need a disco revival, and we'll get wide bottom pants again.
No. We are coming up to the second 20s. I need all of the jazz, all the flappers, less racism. That would be great. I want the Great Gatsby, but not shit.
I mean, the Roaring 20s would be cool, but see, here's the thing: your Roaring 20s are gonna be at odds with my Cyberpunk 2020s, right? So. I'm pretty
There's
sure.
There's an ocean that separates us. You can have Cyberpunk. We'll have the Roaring 20s.
But I feel confident that I'm getting Megacorps before you get Sweet Flappers.
We already have Sweet Flappers.
I'm gonna have to agree with that.
Literally, one of my best friends does a 20s themed burlesque act.
Sure. But we also have
We're
Walmart.
already there. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
If any company is going to own their own private police force first, I figure it's either them or Amazon.
And if anyone's going to do it, it will definitely happen in America first.
Oh God, yes.
Yes.
You've
already got like Amazon drones. That's the beginning of the end.
We're very pro-business here.
Really depressing.
I figured I would bring everyone down before I then built them back up with sweet D's and D's.
We're like seconds away from trying to fit an outboard motor on ourselves so we can get further away from Europe. Everything is depressing right now.
Also, it turns out, apparently, that, you know, we could all just die by a terrifying earthquake at any moment.
And the planet's only got, like, 4 more years till it's unstable.
Yeah.
Yep, there's that. And also, scientists just were able to watch or recently viewed a couple of black holes smacking into each other. So,
But
that's
hey, on the
cool.
plus side, we know what Mars looks like now really, really well. It looks like someone's backyard in Arizona. So, you know, if life is possible in Arizona, it's possible on Mars.
I love those pictures so much.
And now also...
I'm still trying to, like, tell my brain that it's another planet. I look at it and go, wow, the set of The Martian. No.
Yeah, you can watch it in VR now. Yeah, with the black holes coming together, it turns out one of the main byproducts apparently is gold. So, you know, a couple black holes, like, they smash together and then glitter. So that's,
oh my gosh,
that's
it's
kind
amazing.
of a pleasant thought, right?
Fabulous.
Yeah, Throck, I don't think we're all gonna die in 4 years. Only most of us are gonna die in 4 years. A few of us who have been planning and prepping for this day, we're gonna be fine. I got jars and jars and jars of my own proteins downstairs, and so
no. That sounds really bad. Don't say my own proteins.
I don't know what
it.
you're thinking.
No,
I certainly would say nothing to violate the Twitch terms of service. Also, JH is turning a brighter and brighter shade of red by the moment.
That's because you said the phrase.
That's because I
my
stopped
own
breathing.
Which is condiment. No.
Let me turn down red on my camera.
So this is what I'm actually kind of liking, the sort of Jolly Saint Nick vibe that we're getting out of this right now. But so as it stands, we're vamping a little bit in case you can't tell, because Qubit in theory should be here any moment. Oh geez, now I've angered.
Smite him! Smite him!
Please don't smite me too hard. I have a headache.
Actually,
Wrath of God.
Wrath
Wrath of God. Wrath of God.
Hi, stream. This is
Hi.
friendly, apparently God speaking. D&D. Last time on the stream, what did the players do? Who can remind us?
Oh.
You smell like chicken.
Who can tell us what happened last time on the stream?
Me.
I actually would appreciate if. Oh my God, Glory, what is happening to you?
Yeah, we're just kind of.
Glory's
Oh,
playing with lighting settings.
Stop it.
Okay.
Which is also not helping.
Who would like to give us a bit of a recap?
Brave.
No,
The
no
person-
more light switch raves. No.
The person who needs to be giving the recap isn't actually here, because the tunnel snake is the one who should be giving the recap. I'll take a shot. I'll take a shot.
Please do.
So we walked into town. We made our way over to the Dewdrop Inn. In wonderful, normal of our party fashion, we accosted the innkeeper. We both verbally and physically assaulted them. The thing that was special about last week was that it was actually Metzi that did most of the harassment.
No, not harassment. Gentle intimidation, okay? Like a very scoldy teacher.
Mm-hmm.
Wait. Metzi did the harassment? You have
Metzi did the physical harassment.
I
Brenly
put my
did the
hand on
shenanigans.
his head.
Brenly did the shenanigans.
Well, yeah.
They were pretty harmless.
Brenly lifted him up.
Hug.
There was almost a fight between.
Who was responsible for the innkeeper peeing himself?
A really stern teacher, okay?
Okay, sorry.
I just rolled very high.
Continuing forward.
Thanks, DM. So let me see. So where was I going with that? Oh, so there was a bit of moral checking going on for why we were kind of almost robbing this guy, which was cool, because Silent Fist almost fought with Brenly, because even though Silent Fist is a special kind of locksmith, he isn't anymore, and he didn't like what Brenly was doing when she asked him to unlock some doors that were personal property of the innkeeper. But then she was right, and guess what? There were tunnels behind the doors, and these tunnels went all the way around, I guess, all over the place underneath the city, the town. So now we can move around silently. And then what did we do? We ended up over at Ricardo's house, which we came to find out was actually Sticky Ricky.
My boy.
Who now is Ricardo.
The trap.
who is now
I'm
Ricardo's.
pretty sure is
magic shop.
now older than me.
And then the other thing that was really special is Metzi set off a trap, being all excited, which was kind of confusing for everyone. And
we found what makes him reckless.
It seemed to be more dangerous than any kind of reckless thing that the barbarian or the fighter has ever done.
I would say it's on par with the fireball trap.
On par? Okay.
Yeah.
Fire and ice. It was going to be one of the two.
Yeah, the barbarian is actually remarkably cautious, but the fighter has been fairly reckless on a number of occasions.
And the paladin.
I'm usually a complete coward, but needs must and the devil drives. Oh, you forgot the bit where the elf almost killed me by fireballing my ice cube.
Oh, yeah.
Thinking about it.
That's true. The elf was a little feisty, too.
Just fire. Fire all the time. Why not fire?
He almost killed us. Well,
yeah.
Maimed.
No. You didn't see my hit points. You definitely would have killed me.
It's not the worst thing in the world to get just a little melty, right?
Fire, fur, not good bedfellows.
I think it would be fun to see what you look like as what are the...
A sphinx.
Yeah, the foldy nude cats.
Fun fact, when I first started making Metzi, he was a sphinx cat. But then I wanted to be fluffy, so...
What diseases exist that can make cats lose their fur in this world?
I don't know if there's a kitty version of alopecia.
But I have a feeling he's going to make me find out.
Meowlopecia?
Oh,
hey, check it out.
Oh, broken boxes. Yay.
Actually, they are.
QB styling.
Okay, they do suck. All the boxes suck now.
Oh, no.
Look at QB's matrix shades. That's really working. You can see the screen in them. Like a hacker from a late 1900s movie.
I don't know if you can hear me. I think so, but I'm still setting up all my audio goodness, so I can't hear any of you yet. But I wanted my box up.
Hacker voice, she's
in. Can do his things.
She can't hear me. She'll say, "I'm in."
Well, look, she's not a hacker if she's not typing extremely fast.
Okay.
I'm in.
Yeah.
The faster you type, the better you hack. That's why sometimes you need someone else to type on the keyboard with you.
I'm sorry, that was a mic, actually. That was a mic.
Okay.
Did you click it?
I didn't click anything yet.
Sometimes it wants you to.
We're all eavesdropping.
It wants me to do things. I just haven't clicked anything yet.
Now we can hear everything.
Look at the stream. Look at the stream.
I'm in.
Yes. The box is broken.
Somebody click that, please.
Click it. Right.
I'm trying to figure out where it wants me to click it. Oh, there we go. Mic in. Okay.
And see, now I'm just reminded of the police thing, the click it or ticket campaigns that they had here.
Hello.
Yeah, we had that too.
Hello.
I have no idea what you speak of.
Drive with your seatbelt on, please.
Oh. Yeah. I don't remember having any campaigns like that. I think we all just did it. But we have the think, don't drink and drive stuff, which
I'm in.
really irritates me. It's like, don't drink and drive or stay alive
good.
or something where the
That was very
rhyme
good.
scans. I don't know.
Okay. Let's try that. I think I got it right.
That looks good.
I think everyone's in their correct respective box-like positions. Oh, no. The sunglasses were great.
No! Bring them back! Bring them back! Bring them back! Yeah! Silent.
It's so cool.
Yes.
It's the screen and the sunglasses. I like that all.
You can take them off if you want to take them off. I'm sure it's annoying with the computer, but...
Just wearing sunglasses in the house. Like
No,
a normal
see, we
human.
can't hear you, though. Because I think you muted yourself when...
Mark muted me.
Yay.
Oh, no.
You did!
Hi, Mr. QB. We love you.
It is working. And Shake says you still stink.
I do not. What? No, don't misrepresent me. He's a lovely human.
He says he's never going back to your country ever again.
No,
Weird country.
Come on. I have so many more things to show you that are older than your country. There's a rock by my house which is older
Mark
than
said
your
he's-
country.
Mark said he's never going back to a country that has something called a gozenda.
Okay, first off, I'd like to point out every rock is older than our country.
Thank you.
Every rock is older than your country too.
No, I mean, it's a special rock. It's a Viking rock. We have a Viking rock. Which means it's actually older than our country as well.
It's a rock. That means it's older
still
than
a rock.
Vikings.
It's still the
It's
Earth.
Thor's rock. It's got a big hammer on it. It's Thor's
Okay.
rock. And also, you know, they need to come back to this country so I can show them the north as opposed to the south, because the north is better.
The North.
No.
Cubit.
What's up?
So we were just giving everybody a little bit of a reminder
Dystopia?
of what
Oh.
all went down. Yeah, yes, the horrifying dystopic future. But no, we were just giving everyone a little bit of a rundown of what all went down last game, and I was wondering if you had any additional Brenly
points of view.
yeah, vibes that you could throw on it.
What was covered? Let's see.
Oh,
The
no, just
basics
tell us
of
what you think
everything.
was important.
But yeah,
Brenly's highlights, new segment.
Cinnamon
So
rolls.
Brenly didn't die. There was no melting. We vandalized the sign. That was important.
I forgot about that.
Yep, that was important. We vandalized the sign. The horse is safe. So is asshole, but no one cares. I hugged a guy until we found the tunnels, and then tunnel snakes rule. And then we all froze, but then we unfroze, and everyone's fine. We got better.
okay.
And also tunnel snakes rule again.
Tunnel
Tunnel
snakes.
snakes.
Mhm.
All right. So, I think we ended with you guys just about to hoist yourselves up into Ricardo the Enchanter's shop. And if I didn't call him Ricardo the Enchanter before, that's what I'm calling him now.
You
That's
did.
not what I'm calling him.
You can call him
But
whatever
he'll
you
always
wanna
be
call him.
Ricky to Mitzi.
He'll always be Ricky to me.
So what you guys see though, when Ricardo opens the door for you, is a man who is. Hang on, 1 sec. I was trying to find. I was hoping I had this written down, but now I'm not certain I do. That is okay. I can work without that. All right. So what you see is a man who is there we are. Okay. What you see is I'm going to start the sentence one last time. What you see is a man who has a humongous shock of hair. It's sort of like an afro. Oh, thank you very much, Crisington 22 or Chrisington 22. But it is bright red with white streaks all throughout, and a beard that is floofier than mine or Jage's, that is also bright red, except the mustache is all white and hangs down into the beard, leaving these two long white strings. He is wearing a blue robe with stars and moons in the... Oh my goodness, I just heard a noise all of a sudden, which I thought I had heard before, but now we definitely have Crisington 22 joining the party. Woo! Wow, that was understated, guys. There we go. That's a proper reception.
Confetti!
You got a party
So he's got
at Welcome to the Party.
stars and moons, and then a big pointy hat with like the floofy. He looks like the Sorcerer's Apprentice, and the hat is sitting like sort of. It's not on top of the fro. It's sort of like embedded down towards the middle of it. Basically, he's like, think like a combination of Rincewind with the Sorcerer's Apprentice, and maybe just a small dose of like Disco Fever. And he is vaguely steaming or perhaps smoking. It's difficult to tell, but there seems to just be sort of a permanent wafting of steam coming from his shoulders and upper back. And he opens the door and he looks down and he says, "Teacher? Who are you to invade my shop?"
Ricky,
Yeah?
can we come in?
Yeah.
I'm wet and cold.
Yeah, come on.
Mhm. Just
And
shoo everyone in.
He steps out of the way to allow you guys entry, and you pop up into his shop, which I still don't have a setting for, so we're just continuing to look at grass. Actually, hang on.
Can Brick get in through that door?
Yeah. No. Yes. Yes, he can. Not
Yeah.
easily, though. He has to kind of, like, he has to do one of these where, like, he puts his head in one arm, and then he pulls up the
like
other arm.
people through a tennis racket.
Yeah, and then he, like, slowly pulls himself up, and he kind of,
So the shop is giving birth to Brick.
yeah, he gets stuck around his hips for a minute. And then Leech runs over and is like, hey, I got it, hang on. And Leech pulls into one of his pouches and pulls out something greasy that he starts like rubbing around Brick's middle, and Brick kind of pops right on through. Leech looks up at you guys and says, "Don't worry, it's just bacon grease."
Prestidigitation. Just no.
I was gonna use that again.
Pocket bacon grease.
Minty.
Mhm.
I lost my pocket bacon. I miss it.
And so Brick manages to make his way through, and he finds a small corner of the shop, and he just kind of curls up. He puts his knees up to his chest and is just kind of holding them and looking around at all the random things. The shop is, it is busy, and not with people. It's after curfew. The poisonous gas is presumably still outside, although no one's actually checked. But the shop is full of small, sparkly trinkets, tiny flying objects, weirdly animated dolls, and other things. He has an entire section of what is labeled as magically interesting pets, in which there are a number of what you would think are just frogs, but that are all very strange colors. There's an owl over there that keeps eyeing the frogs, but the frogs are all pretty well encased. And then there is also a single cat with two tails that every once in a while sneezes as sort of a pink dust.
You've already got one cat, okay? You don't need another.
Hello.
This one has two tails.
Where?
I don't have a
How
cat.
are? I'm old and you're not old now. Where have you been?
You got a blanket or something? Ice. Very cold, Ricky.
Oh yeah. Hang on. Wait. Hang on. Whoom. And he holds up his hand, and they sort of glow, sort of an orange ember color, and you all feel a bit warmer, like comfortably warm.
Remember when you were a kid and you used to hug me without asking? Ask. Good remember.
You asked for a blanket.
Ask.
I gave you warmth. It
And
was the
a lot
essence
of
of your
people
request.
react badly to sudden magic upon their person. Just-
Well, and a lot of people react badly to their mentors and loved ones leaving for 37 years.
Wasn't my choice. Trust me on that.
Wasn't mine either. What
I'm
happened?
sorry we left.
Rain Dust, you actually get a newt that only once every month, but always once a month, lays a chocolate egg.
All right.
What did Brent get?
We
Oh,
went.
you have to roll in chat. Okay, so you got a 30.
Oh, chat.
So
I did.
not in
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Well,
'Cause
there
it's
it
just
is.
a Twitch game. So then you actually got yourself a tiny mechanical person with square-shaped bolts for eyes that every once in a while releases a pew-pew laser that makes a noise and puts out a tiny puff of smoke but does no actual damage to anything.
I will call him Chippy Robo, and I love him forever. Thank you.
I got a 99. What do I get?
This is my fault. I'll take responsibility.
A 99 gets you a tiny water elemental that is capable of producing 1 ice cube per day, with which you may cool down a drink or prank your friends.
I will call it Squishy, and it shall be mine.
He is
And it
about
shall be
this
my
tall,
Squishy.
and he likes to swim around in any wine pouches or anything like that and make whooshing noises in tiny whirlpools and eddies.
Oh, little Squishy. Yeah.
16.
Okay, wait, hang on. I'm trying to keep up now.
And then Throck got 18.
Okay. Throck got an 18. Okay, so Throck gets a poodle whose name is Scooter. It has tiny little wheels for its paws, so like its legs and tiny little wheels. But it was born that way, and the little wheels make the wee 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 noise. And it likes to be led on a leash, but it is capable of pawing around on its own also. It's excellent at playing fetch and is particularly good at catching any Cheetos that you throw in the air. Let me see here. So the 16 for Moogs. Moogs, you actually end up with that's going to be a ruby. It is labeled as being a pet rock. But it is a ruby that eats other rocks. It prefers volcanic pebbles because it claims that they are spicier. It is capable of speaking 3 languages, none of which anyone knows. So it consistently just looks at you sternly.
I really want Glory to get the ruby. Like, legit. Pet rock.
Just pick up a shiny rock off the shelf.
I'm sorry, but the party isn't for sale. Yes, I am making them up on the spot, Frizzle.
Yep.
Okay, so I forgot where the fuck I was.
Jage got a 2. Jage got a 2.
Oh shit. Okay, so Jage got it's a poison arrow.
And God got a 12.
Oh my god. So the 2 is a poison arrow frog. It is bright teal with a single neon, and I mean lit up neon, glows at night, pink stripe down the center of its back. It does not eat flies. It prefers broccoli. Also, its name is Chester.
It's like a banana
I love
kaiju.
Chester.
I love it.
And then Portia got a 12. So that is going to be... it's actually a small animate... my brain just stopped for a sec. It's a small animate torch. It's about 6 inches long. It has tiny feathered wings similar to an owl, but when it holds them against its body, they have the visible texture of wood, so that it just looks like a regular torch. It likes to fly into rooms and hang out in places where a light source would normally be, and then trick people into making shadow puppets. But it makes the shadow puppets itself. What's up? Why was there?
Really cute.
Because what she said in chat.
Oh. Aw.
Squeaks.
Oh, that's true. I actually did for our wedding. I wrote a story, and that was my vows. I wrote a story.
Don't fall out of the chair.
I won't fall out of the jet.
About like rescuing her from the fiery beast Grad Skull, which was grad school.
Oh,
Anyway, so welcome to the party. Throck was our officiant, by the way, which is pretty neato too.
Oh, that's so cool.
So holy shit. So Ricky is he is older. Obviously, he is now about 50.
He's a lot older than me now.
Yeah, because 37 years, and he was about 13 when he left.
50 Ricky.
Ooh.
So yeah, he is about 50, and he is chilling in a shop and looking at you, frankly, sternly. And in fact, everyone but Shakes immediately recognizes that the glare that he is fixing on you, Metzi, is almost exactly the glare that you fix on everyone else.
Oh my goodness, I'm so proud. I'm so proud.
In the time that you have been gone, obviously things have changed. But
Yeah.
I am willing to be convinced. Tell me, where have you been? What have you seen?
Well, we got sent by Ellswick to go check out a castle. A lot of fuck-ups happened, and we ended up, was it 300 years in the past?
Or
And then there's been a series of fuck-ups that brought us back here, is the short version.
You say 300 years in the past.
Give or take a vineyard. Yep.
I melted, but I got better.
Oh.
every time.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Gloria's wandered off to go pet the cat.
I don't know exactly where to start with how things changed since you left.
Start with Lily.
Lily.
Yeah.
She broke
Because
my
I want to know
heart.
how that happened.
She broke my heart. What can I say? We grew up together. Things were going quite well. We had agreed to wed. We even had picked out children's names. The wolves waited longer than they even said they would. A few years went by, in fact, as they rolled around uncontested in the surrounding territory, gathering up and training one of the most fearsome goblinoid armies this continent has ever known. I don't know exactly how many thousands of them there were, but I promise you they needed only a fraction of what they had to tear us apart. They blitzed the town, killed Ellswick, took out everyone who resisted with any real force. And, I didn't realize Ellswick came with you. He would instead then say, we thought they killed Ellswick. They certainly took out anyone who put up any real force. And, that was that. Since then, they've been remarkably benevolent fascist dictators. But, we don't really appreciate them being here. Unfortunately, it becomes harder and harder to resist as time goes by because the town keeps getting filled more and more with settlers from their empire instead of our own. And anyone who raises their voice in response to that fact is dealt with brutally. Those of us who get by do so by laying low, keeping our heads down, not raising a fuss. Lily The moment she saw that someone bigger and stronger was around, hitched her star to their wagon. I can't
That's
say I blame her.
unfortunate.
I can't say I blame her. In her position, her family dead, no one else to take care of or provide for her with, except for the possibility of me, and I was unwilling to give up the resistance. So she went for the most secure lifestyle she could think of. And as he says this, his jaw is tightening. He's slightly grinding his teeth. It's clear that he is deeply upset about this and is trying to rationalize.
I'm going to walk right up to him, look at him and go, I'm going to hug you now. If you don't want that to happen, this is where you say so.
Please.
And I just hug him.
And he melts into sobs in your arm. Tears just streaming down his face, soaking into his beard and your fur. And he just keeps hugging you and holding you and sort of rocking back and forth. And saying things like, why did they all die? Why did she leave? Why us? Why are we even here?
I just keep hugging him really tightly and mumbling apologies and rubbing my cheek against his hair. Because scenting is a thing. And his behavior, none of y'all will have seen from me before. So there you go.
You would expect to receive a twinge from George, but he does nothing. Actually,
thank fuck.
You can feel that he's there. You can feel that he knows what's happening, but it doesn't actually respond to this. George has still been remarkably quiet, aside from that little outburst. I feel like I'm hearing a cat, but I can't see where they are.
Yeah,
You're a very loud cat.
I thought I was hearing a cat.
Anyway, okay, so. That takes a while. Eventually, he pulls himself away and he says, "Thank you. But you must all be exhausted, I assume, and certainly the nighttime is no time to go out exploring or for me to show you the lay of the land. Would you like to stay here, or do you have other lodgings? How did you even get into the tunnels?"
We may have scared the shit out of Brown.
I just hugged him.
Oh, that poor man.
Where's the key?
Didn't know whose side he was on, if he was on a side, and he was being shifty. And we didn't hurt him. We just put the fear of me into him.
Yeah, well.
I just hugged him.
Having not grown up with it, I can entirely understand why that must have been a terrifying experience for him. Brown is a good man. He was part of one of the last groups to enter the town, and he does his best. But there is a reason why, aside from knowledge of the tunnels, he does not accompany us on any of our missions. We have been in touch with members of our own empire, but well, they've largely washed their hands of this place. They've told us that because of our inability to defend the land and because of the resources necessary to expend in order to take it back, that they feel this issue is best dealt with at the upper levels of diplomacy, which means, frankly, nothing.
To basically bullshit.
Yes.
What a shock.
On the other hand, I could simply move. I could leave. Were it not for the fact that anyone I've ever known or loved is buried here, or still lives here. I built my life here. I've had a number of students who have gone on to do quite great things. Granted, I'm not technically allowed to have students, nor am I allowed to teach magic, actually, but I find ways around that. I simply call it tinkering school.
You've done well. Magic. Didn't see that coming.
Well, accidental. You play with enough frogs and eventually find a fairy who happens to cause you to enter into a contract with the Feywild, and then you do some other things and end up infected with wild magic, and it turns out that sometimes when you attempt to cast a fireball, you actually turn everything into flowers.
I know the feeling.
Do I believe him?
Not the flowers.
Roll insight.
Or better, do I understand what he's even saying?
Metzi just looks so fond.
So
Guilty and so fond.
you followed a part of what he was saying. The contract part is a little off-putting. The wild magic part is something that you have heard of, but have not personally experienced. But what you have been taught about wild magic is that it is unpredictable magical forces that, frankly, shouldn't be meddled with.
I just kind of glass over like, huh.
But yes, hence why I'm constantly steaming, and a few other things that I won't share with you. He sees the look on Glory's face and says, I have 6 nipples.
Do I hear that?
Do you want to hear that?
I believe him.
No, like I am in conversation with him. So if he just turned to one of my compatriots and said something, I would hear it, unless he was trying to do it like sotto voce.
Yeah.
So do I hear that?
Yeah, you probably heard that. Yeah.
I just point at Glory and say nothing.
I rolled a 1 on insight. I believed him.
Okay, so
magic is amazing.
You're here now. What do you plan to do?
Kill them. Very much. Starting with Buck.
Well, I have absolutely no issues with taking him out, but I will warn you, he's proven to be basically impossible to get at. His helpers, his people, they protect him at all costs and quite effectively.
So we kill them all?
Not at the same time. We can't anyway. We've worked out a hierarchy, a sort of a pyramid of, or a chain of command. We know that he has a lieutenant, and that the rest seem to be more his soldiers, his captains. I did not spend any time in the military, actually. But
good.
Well, I don't know. It would have been nice to know how to use a sword. But from what we can tell, it looks as if Vengeance is his lieutenant. And the rest of them take their cues from her, except for when he directly steps in. He lives in a castle not too far away, but we haven't been able to get in yet. He doesn't come down. Say again?
Why not?
Well, he doesn't come down much. He seems to have most of his needs provided for with the use of magic. He's paranoid. He only eats magically created food that is generated directly in front of his eyes.
So poisoning's out then.
Let's see. he has not left the castle, or at least the castle walls, that any of us are aware of within the last 2 years. And even then, it was only ever to come down and announce executions. He seemed to like to oversee those. We were told last year that he has now a son. And as he says this, you can, like, he's holding like a toy wand, and as he's saying it, he just sort of like snaps it. We have not seen the child. We haven't heard very much about it. We have been told it is a half-orc. And that he is planning a bright future for the future mayor of this town, because that is apparently a title that is now hereditary. Oh, yes, and also there is a magic mine.
What?
It occurs to me you probably aren't aware. The reason for the gaseous fog and various other bizarre effects, anyone who dissents, anyone who shares their feelings about our bright and favorable mayor, long may he reign, is sent into the mine for raw magical materials. Turns out that the ground underneath us is lousy with the stuff. Some kind of mana-infused crystalline object. It's all over the place, apparently. It's extremely dangerous work, however, because, of course, the stuff only seems to form where there is extreme heat and pressure. Oh, yes, and also wild magic ley lines that produce all manner of horrifying beastie.
Do they taste good?
I'll tell you when Metsu's not here.
Oh, I like him.
At this point, by the way, Nikan will have like curled up like partially around my head because emotional support snake.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Aw. Support noodle.
I'm like, yeah, I'm wearing like a snake kind of around my whole face. Because otherwise, you know, something's going to go the way of Glory's horse. Not good. Yeah.
Let's
Metsy's
get next to
very
Ricky,
tense
then.
right now. Oh, it won't be Ricky.
So, what else can I tell you?
Who's in the mayor's house right now?
Well, it seems as if they take shifts. Right now, it is that little goblin asshole. Low key. But it has been the elf and a few others. They rotate. Wiley's here.
Speaking of
Wiley
elves.
should get on the stream thing.
I was just about to try to grab your attention because he was letting us know in the Discord that he was free now.
Ah, thank you.
Oh, nice.
Free as a bird, even.
Ah,
Let's break it so he can come back and we can fix it and we'll all be good and together.
Yes. Hello, Wiley. Please join us.
Class.
So everything has been, yes, very serious, but now we have Wiley and he brings the fun.
And the fire.
And the fun. He brings that too.
Apparently.
We didn't start the fire. It was that stupid elf who tried to burn us.
Okay. I am all ready for him. Yes, Wiley. Jesus Christ, get in here.
Yep.
I'm allowed. Nonsense.
Sweet hobbity man, just get in here.
Sweetheart.
then we'll
Those
have
corners you need to brood in.
then we'll have the whole group. So there we are.
Yay!
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 We have a hobbit.
We
Oh,
have
God.
broken
Yeah.
boxes. Hang on.
G2.
So why don't you guys catch Wiley up briefly on what he has missed from this session. Also, I can hear myself, which is weird.
I just turned it out. You look especially nice tonight, Zed.
Say again?
You look especially nice this evening.
Oh, why thank you. Why thank you. I did it just for you.
It's lovely. Thank you.
So, someone talk. Tell him.
Okay, so we're in Ricky's house. He is now like in his 50s. And we have discussed the town and where Mayor Fuck is living and what his defenses are. And someone else take over because I'm tired.
Mayor Thok, you say?
Yes.
No, but let's go with that.
So Overlord Thok, who lives in the
Overlord Thok.
castle and has a military hierarchy below him, with Vengeance being his lieutenant, and
His right hand.
he does not eat regular food. He doesn't leave the castle. Which I don't know if that was an internal thought or an external thought, but Metzi said poison. Like,
oh, that was external.
Was that external? That was external.
That was external. That was Metzi.
I'll add that because I didn't know if that was meta or not. So,
no.
So Metzi said that it was a hunch that Thok is worried about being poisoned, and he only eats the food that's created in front of him. And there is a rumor that last year he had a half-orc son, presumably with Lily.
Metzi is going to flay him and wear his skin like a cape.
Ricardo is angry about that. Like, you can notice we all noticed that he was angry about that, but no one really called it out. We just noticed it.
Mm-hmm.
And no one's seen the child. And we just found out that there's a magic mine, right? Is that what it was? A magic mine where people who go against Thok are sent to the mines to gather this dirty, evil crystalline.
Oh.
Powerful magical crystals.
They're powerful magical crystals.
And anybody that upsets his overlordship is sent there to...
Yeah. So our allies are currently toiling within the mines,
It's
basically.
like the spice mines.
But worse.
Yeah.
I think I hit all the points. I was taking notes.
Yeah, I
You
thought
missed.
What was going on? So
You missed that we got out of character pets, and I want that pet in game.
Oh no.
Oh yeah.
We
You might
roll.
wanna
We
roll.
roll.
You need to roll a 100.
Roll a D100.
Roll D100.
Okay, bear with me a second.
Because if I find that ruby in the shop, I want to take it.
Oh, and Ricardo is an enchanter. That was like revealed, but I don't think anybody brought that up. Specifically, he's an enchanter.
Oh yeah, he's like, I'm Ricardo the enchanter. It's like, nah, Ricky.
Okay.
So I rolled a 7 on my...
Lucky number 7.
A 7. Okay, cool.
What pet does Riley get?
Except for Shakes, we all rolled really shitty on that 100.
I got a 99.
Like all of us.
Okay, so you get a sentient stick bug. It is 3 feet long, but is capable of turning itself into an actual stick twice a day. It is also a fan of cheese, and every once in a while, but never when you're looking directly at it, only out of the corner of your eye, it will change color to a different shade of stick.
Birch.
Yep.
Elm,
Stick,
oak,
stick, stick, stick,
maple,
stick, stick,
Exactly.
stick, stick, stick,
Yep.
stick, stick, sticky, sticky, stick, stick.
So it's more that I happen to notice it's another color. I don't really witness the change.
Exactly. You turn away and turn back, and it's a slightly different stick.
Okay. And you said he could turn himself into an actual stick 2 times per day.
Yes.
Okay.
I
think
if you break
dialed in.
parts off of him, he turns like he gains them back when he comes back.
Why would you break it?
No, actually, it doesn't hurt him at all, and he likes being
Just
useful.
snap. Bye.
He likes being useful and providing kindling for fires.
Moogs, that's his kink. No kink shaming.
Oh my goodness. Break me, Daddy. No.
Okay. I definitely know I'm in the right place.
Yes, welcome.
All you
I feel as if your beautiful
I'm not.
colored shirt and
I am not in the right place
somehow-
then. I'm in the very wrong place, and I would like to leave, please.
This is the bad place.
This is the bad place. Oh.
and a tie.
There. Now
Hell
I have
yeah.
a little color. I'm too barren. I needed some color.
Oh no.
To a sentient stick. Oh Lord, that is a great quote.
No, it was the stick saying that. Obviously.
I like the quote though. I kind of like it.
Oh no.
Oh,
It's very late. My filters are
okay.
not really right.
So, hi.
All right. So we're at Ricardo's.
Yeah, you're at Ricardo's, and you have the opportunity to ask Ricardo questions about what has changed in the meantime.
Okay.
We have learned that currently inside of the sheriff's house is Loki, the little gremlin asshole. Goblin. Whatever. Fucking
I
Loki.
thought he was a kobold.
Fucking Loki.
I think he is a kobold, actually. Yeah, he's a kobold monk.
Yeah.
Ricky was just saying that in an insulting
Ooh, I
way,
remember
right?
those people now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Kobold monk.
So it
Ashy
sounds
wood
like
elf
we're
and
gonna
a
have to
tiefling.
infiltrate rather than full-on frontal assault.
We can't because the caves don't touch the mayor's house. We can go anywhere else in town except for the mayor's place. And the mayor's place is also where the jail is.
Correct. Now,
Weren't we going to break someone out of jail? Wasn't that a thing?
Yeah, maybe.
Oh, yeah.
Well, Aaron's
Maybe.
in jail right now.
Oh,
Is it?
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's causing trouble.
He and his
Oh,
brother
yeah.
were out on a hunt. His brother was polite.
And they were poaching.
Well, they poaching.
Poaching.
That's what they call it when you go shoot one deer and drag it around with you as you then spy on the castle of our fascist overlord.
Oh, those boys.
Yes. Aaron, I said Aaron's in jail, right? Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Aaron, he, so when they picked them up, Joey said, I apologize. I'm sorry. Here, take the deer. Offer it to our Lord with my compliments. Aaron said, fuck that. I shot it. It's mine. And then proceeded to punch 2 of the soldiers who had arrived to take him away. And so they hauled him off. I assume that they beat him, hopefully not as badly as last time. But he's a hard fellow. He can take it.
Yeah. Hope so.
Oh, Jesus. This is a work
Hello.
call. Yeah.
Hi.
Hello.
Hang on. Vamp for me.
Ring, ring, ring.
Why
ring,
would you
ring,
tweet that?
ring, ring.
Why? QB,
Banana
why would you
phone.
tweet that?
Really?
Really?
What do y'all think we should do?
Don't put my
It was
shame
break,
on my
not
Twitter
beat.
feed.
Too late.
No, but
Yeah,
I'm going to
no.
pin it too.
Beat me, Daddy, is much worse.
Wait, what'd I say?
Oh.
It's break me.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm on migraine
Oh.
brain.
Oh, no.
I'm deleting it and fixing it.
Oh, no. I want to say that I'm not normally this strange, but I now realize that
You
Newbie has
definitely
actually
are.
met me in the daylight and knows this is
And
exactly
yeah, no.
how strange I am.
Yeah, this is very
There goes my
accurate
plausible
representation of you.
deniability. No, Brock. No. No.
I just retweeted from 2 accounts.
Beat Me Daddy is much worse. It's much, much worse.
I
don't know if
fixed
that slang
it,
has
but the
made it to
damage
the
is
States.
done.
All right, you gross
Aw.
little trolls, we're back. I'm sorry. Thank you very much. That was a work call.
Retweeted the new tweet.
If what?
No, don't stop putting my shame on Twitter.
Well, at the
I
very
will never.
Or at least
Look.
get my shame correct.
at least he's not sharing the proteins, so we're fine.
That sentence
Oh.
was horrific, and let's move past it.
So
Sharing the protein.
Sharing
Don't worry
protein. Now
about
there's a euphemism.
2 of our players missed it, and I'm fine with that. You
What
guys
were we
can
I
doing?
think it's
Oh, we
story
were
play it back
sharing
some other
protein.
time, and yeah, we were vamping a bit before you showed up as well. So here's what he explains. So yes, the tunnels do not go into the mayor's house, and since the jail is attached to that, we can't easily get him out, although my suspicion is that they'll probably rough him up for 24 to 48 hours and then let him go with a warning. That seems to be what they typically do. They're aware that he is in some way involved in some kind of resistance movement, but for some reason they never seem to do anything about it permanently. I don't really know why.
Perhaps they don't feel that there's a threat.
Could be.
They don't want to make martyrs.
Maybe.
Make martyrs, yes.
Speaking of which, can you make us a key? Because we're using browns right now. We'd like to give it back.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yes, I can make you a key.
We have a couple of keys in case we,
One other piece of information that might interest you. Something that I and Aaron and Joey have not felt it safe enough to try ourselves. We have been told that there is a path through the mines to the inside of the castle.
Oh.
Supposedly, it comes up through a moat somewhere.
Does the moat around the castle have water in it, I suppose?
Yes. It's highly acidic. It will melt a leather boot in about 3 minutes.
I see.
I have some experience with melting.
Perhaps be the gal.
What do you mean?
I mean, that's 30 rounds.
Well, I've melted, and then I got better. So maybe it would be okay. Maybe I'll be taller.
That would be good. Perhaps. I'm confused now. Let me make you that key. May I have browns, please?
Perhaps we might find our way
Thank
in
you.
through the front door by some ruse.
Yeah, because we're not recognizable at all, and that's
What
my
if we
one to
knock?
stay.
Well,
Well, it's been several years. They may not remember us.
Just gesturing to all of me, like the massive cat man.
Right.
I'm like,
My hair was different then.
you would have shorter too.
Oh, Brenly.
Brenly is glowing almost exactly however much Brenly would like to be glowing.
Oh, don't say that. Don't say that. She'll be like looking at the surface of the sun.
Yes, everyone is blind now. Ricky takes the key and says, yes, it'll just be a moment to grind you a new one. I have to clone it off of this first, and then, it will take me about 15 minutes. I must say, though, it is nice to have the grown-ups back. And he toddles off.
I am amazed that boy ever thought of me as anything of authority.
He learned you to stare.
He did.
So you guys are on your own. You are in his shop. You have heard many new things.
There has to be a way to get in there. Or perhaps it would be best to take out his companions one by one.
War of attrition could work.
lure them into some trap of some sorts, or get them alone so that we can dispatch them.
Well, we know the koboldy little shit is in the mayor's house. If we got rid of him quietly enough, they might come looking, and then we can get rid of, no offense, the bloody elf, and then maybe work our way up to fuck.
So this one time at locksmith school,
Don't you mean at locksmith camp?
I guess before I stopped going to locksmith camp, it was at school, but before locksmith camp. So we used to play this game where we would all walk in looking like we were prisoners, or because Doc doesn't know who I am because I don't know who he is, and he knows all of you. But maybe we should play the prank where we pretend you're all tied up and I'm bringing you in as prisoners, and then we can fight him on the inside.
It's not a bad plan.
And I like to fight now too.
We might want to get rid of all of his little friends first, because the last time we faced off against them didn't go terribly well.
Agreed.
I feel like it went fine.
I got one really good hit on it.
And the
That's
fact
the
that
only
Winry
one I
thinks it went
remember.
fine is probably,
I only have
Because of
one
that.
fireball left in my necklace.
yeah.
I'm rather fond of that necklace. I wonder if Ricardo might know of a way it could be recharged.
Oh, good. Give him more fire.
Yes, indeed. Give me more fire.
Maybe we should ask Ricardo why we glow. What the ball? What is the ball? Don't we still have the little
We have the mock-up.
map?
The mock-up of the orb of
mock-up.
creation.
Should share that with
Genesis.
We should ask Ricardo about that.
Is he some sort of wizard?
He's an enchanter.
I see.
Did all the magic stuff not give it away?
Well,
And the hat.
didn't
I feel
know
the
if he-
hat was a pretty obvious
Didn't know
indicator.
if he owned magic things or he knows how to use them as well.
He is also always steaming.
He's picked up some magic.
He has 6 nipples.
Okay.
Well,
Why
Metzi,
does he have 2 extra nipples?
maybe because wait, Metzi, how many nipples do you have?
Oh, I am not answering that question.
Maybe you really are Ricardo's father.
People are broken.
There is no way on this or any other plane that is true. Okay? No way. And also, once again, just, do you think this is recessive? What?
Ricardo comes back from the back room. He hands you Brown's key, and he says, "All right, this one, be careful, it is still warm. But this will get you in. Who wants it?"
I'm the locksmith. I'll take it.
There you go.
Yeah.
By the way, I don't believe that I've met you.
No, I don't like to talk a lot, but my name is Totem Silent Festuna Kaliti.
Ah, you're one of those barbarians from the mountains.
I'm a locksmith.
Good. Well, it's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. I came in like 30 years ago on the big caravan, which is probably right around the time that your friends left.
Yes, I
Does
do.
that sound right?
I do recall that there was a caravan that came in just after or just before. Yes.
Yeah, Elswick, and point over at Elswick, he gave me a little box that I pushed, and it sent me to this group of people who are now my friends. And then we went into a castle, and then the short, strong one touched a ball, and then we've been on a wild ride for the last numbers. I don't like numbers too much. How many years have we gone back and forth?
Well, we went back 300 and now
400.
forward 400.
We're all not really that sure either, but
Forward.
maybe
I
since
was
you have
very
all
drunk.
this magical stuff, maybe you can help teach us some things. And then,
Potentially. Depends on what you want to know. By the way, Elswick this whole time has been silent and sort of stone-faced and kind of hiding in the back with Jonathan/asshole.
Something about the fact that you just call him Jonathan instead of John. I don't know
He's
why.
John Hole.
John Hole.
John Hole.
and then I will. Who has the ball? I want to show him the orb.
I think
It's
Finn
in the
has
iron-
it.
The mock-up of the
The mock-up.
orb.
The mock-up.
Well, it's in my lockbox.
It's in the iron lockbox.
Yeah.
My
which-
box.
Which lock?
Okay.
Mine.
The mock-up isn't in the box. The real one's in the box. The mock-up is
We
just...
had a real one? I thought we just had the mock-up.
Oh, no, that's right. You do only have the mock-up because
We
the
only
real
have the
one's
mock-
now
The real
in
one
Silent
went
Fist.
into
mock-
to
yeah.
Silent
Yes, I forgot.
Fist.
I'm sorry.
Now he's the Green Power Ranger.
So
Perhaps we should show him the mock-up and the
The literature
That-
that came with it.
That is what I want to do. Yes.
mock-up of what?
Well, so
Orb
Genesis
of
orb.
Genesis, creation, God mote, something. I don't know.
God mode. That is a word that I have heard, but I have not seen one, and the lore is quite fuzzy about them.
Well, these two have inhaled them.
wait,
Hen-
no,
hence
the one touched me. One touched me. I didn't touch
Okay.
it.
She touched one and he got touched, but either way, they're all sparkly, shiny now.
I get touched a lot, Ricardo.
God.
Oh.
Well, before this gets even weirder than it already has been, not to say that it hasn't been lovably weird. Oh, the boxes. Would you care to show me?
And I'm just gonna hand over the lockbox to show.
Thank you. Yeah, we are going to keep going, and hopefully Shakes makes it back.
There's a
Yeah.
shake.
Hooray!
There we go. Okay.
I will fix the boxes.
Sorry.
No,
they're
I'm
good.
Nancy.
Zoom,
Wait, no, they're not. Meh.
No, they're
No,
totally
they're
messed up.
No,
my
fine.
Zoom
Oh.
disconnected for no reason.
Fine.
I'm sorry.
Fine, I'll leave them, but you all still have to be your regular characters. You don't get to trade.
Oh, thank God. QB's in my box.
That's
I'm
a sentence
messy.
that should be
I'm
quoted.
an angry cat.
No.
Oh,
No. Both of
Oh
you.
no.
Zed especially. No. I heard that. No.
I'm
Thank
an
you,
angry,
James.
grumpy trauma cat, and everything is terrible. I only like children in my books.
I'm not Southern.
I'm still in my box.
Thank you, Moogs.
So rude.
Okay, hi. So,
The only thing
can't-
sharper than my claws is my tongue.
stop it.
Mitzi doesn't say
I
it.
can't even retaliate because you know the only American accent I can do is just not good.
I know.
God damn it.
That was lovely. Okay, so, Ricky takes the box and he's, Brenly, would you mind opening this, please? I feel intrusive to open it on my own.
It is my box, so thank you.
Thank you.
I look quietly proud.
All right. Well, you said there was literature with this.
I think it's in the box.
Yeah.
Back the instruction manual with it.
He sets the thing down and pulls out the manual. Oh! Really? Really? Then he starts looking at the two of you, and he gets probably too close. Actually, here. For the proper... I see.
I'm just watching with like satisfaction as someone else is made uncomfortable by proximity. It's not just me anymore.
I boop his nose.
Yes.
I'm trying to feed the cat some of my rations.
Just without looking, can I tell what he's doing? What she's doing? Sorry, teacher. I want to be able to be like, no.
So you actually, anyone who is really looking at what he is doing, give me an Arcana check.
No, I meant Glory. Do I notice Glory feeding bacon to the magic cat?
I don't have bacon anymore, just rations. So
rations.
Hard cheese and hardtack, whatever.
That would be. I mean, are you doing it intentionally stealthily?
No, I just mean just. Oh wait.
No, I was asking moves. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, yeah, you see that.
Okay, just without looking in that very kind of. No, you don't know what it eats. Put the food down.
What it doesn't eat.
Glory. If it dies, you're paying for it.
It's not poinsettia, it's fine.
Okay. So yes, I apologize. Okay.
Was no one else watching Ricky?
So Ricky is
I mean, I'm watching, but I'm not trying to figure out what he's doing.
He stares at the two of them, and then he's looking in the book, and then he stares at the two of them, and he says, okay. I will need more time with the book and the model before I can say anything definitive.
See.
But my initial suspicion is that these are naturally occurring versions of what they are, naturally occurring and artificially manufactured, very powerful versions of what they're mining below us.
Oh.
Interesting.
So what we have learned is that somewhere underneath this magical land that we inhabit, and underneath is a wonky term because it may not be physically underneath so much as
metaphysically underneath?
Yes, planarly underneath perhaps. Mm-hmm. But below us, metaphorically or otherwise, is the source of magic for our world, as far as we're aware. These are physical manifestations of that. You two seem to have fused with a few. That is weird.
Does that not happen when people touch the crystals that are being mined?
No, it does not. That doesn't mean that it couldn't happen with the appropriate enchantments, but then the question becomes, why would anyone want that? Why is that something that it can do? It raises a lot of questions, actually. I take it you haven't had really very much time to sit down and research any of this, have you?
No, and I have so many books.
I'm afraid you may actually have less time than that. You've marked off a page here with a diagram. This one here, and he points to a page that you don't entirely remember marking off. You may not even have marked it off. It could have been the person before you. But there is a page with like part of the corner torn apart, and then like a circle sort of around a diagram. And the diagram shows a pentagram, at each point of the pentagram is a sphere, and each one has arcane markings around it. It says, what I think you have found are, well, this one and this one. In you and you, respectively.
I see. How many more might there be?
Well, 3.
5 altogether.
5 total.
So 3.
Yes.
Mine's the best one, right?
Oy.
I'm not prepared to give that judgment.
Just say yes.
Say yes.
Yes.
I'm putting that in my notes.
Now, I thought, I may be completely wrong, that these 5 orbs or whatever were anchors of some kind. Because every time we seem to find one, we find that guy.
Who?
Zellenvale. Ring any bells?
No.
Anything?
No, I'm sorry, that doesn't.
As far as we know, he's manacled somehow by these things, or parts of him are. So if we break all of them, or absorb all of them, or something, maybe free him.
Interesting.
It's very nebulous.
Well,
He's also evil.
that does.
No, he's not. We don't know that. We don't know if he's evil
We
or
do
good.
know he's a liar.
We don't know that. You suspect
He
that.
smells
and you're
evil.
very strong in your convictions. Lies of omission are not the same as outright lies.
Okay, well, he also outright lied.
The example. When did he outright lie, as opposed to you getting a feeling that he wasn't being entirely truthful?
No, he presented me with an image that when I questioned him on it, he said it was close enough to the truth. Therefore,
Yes.
it was not the truth.
Again,
A lie.
nuance. No, it's not
A lie.
black and white. It's not a lie. The truth. Truth is relative.
I boop him on the nose.
Oh, boop.
Yeah, that's it.
I like the hiss. That was good. Well,
They've been waiting to set up that hiss, you can tell.
that would actually give us a why. My question from a moment ago, why anyone would want to do that? If it is keyed in as part of some sort of admittedly over-elaborate, overwrought sort of mystical prison mechanism, that could explain why. It's an awfully extreme measure to go to in order to handle anyone, really. But it doesn't.
Well, he was part of an empire that, as far as I remember, controlled the flow of magic in this area, which both the other empires probably want.
Oh! Yes, okay. So, that begins to paint a clearer picture then. So, our empire and the opposing one work together on this? Is what you're saying? Sounds
Doesn't
like
seem unreasonable to me. The enemy of my enemy is my friend.
I will have to do some more research. I have heard of some stories of prior settlements here. That's actually where we got our code word, chrysanthemum, from. But I have not heard of the name of the person that you were mentioning.
They were the Iado, something. Oh, shit. Notes. I do know this. One moment while I scroll through notes. Iadar. Nation of Iadar, or the Iadar Empire. Does that ring any bells? Anything?
Yes, I have heard that name, but again, the records are so old, the information was dubious at best. It was difficult to determine the veracity of anything. Well, I apologize, but if you'll forgive a somewhat older man, I should be getting to bed. I do have to open the shop tomorrow. We're not allowed days off. Commerce waits for no man, according to Thok.
Does it wait for women?
He did not specify. I did not feel it prudent to ask.
We should remain unseen, of course.
Oh, absolutely.
We just stay in the tunnels somewhere.
We have not designed them for long-term hideout.
That was apparent on the way over.
It's for rapid transit. The concern was that if anyone were to stay down there for a long period of time, it would inevitably, eventually bring about some additional scrutiny. Something that a secret tunnel does not do well under.
Yes. Is there a
We
place
should
we
probably
might
go back to the inn to go to sleep, huh?
So, hang on, you just ran right over.
Sorry.
Is there a place we might be able to hide out then?
Well, Brown's Hotel does have a secret back room that he isn't aware of.
That might be just the thing.
Hold on, I'll get you a key. And he pops away, and you have the room to yourselves again. John raises his hand and says, excuse me. Hi.
Yes.
Since no one knows me here, and, I don't know, sounds like probably no one's gonna get too mad at me. Can I go? I think I'm gonna go, because, I'm not in the right time, and I think you're all gonna die.
Yeah, there's a problem with that, though.
Told you this was asshole.
Because you kind of know a lot of shit that could get us dead before we get ourselves dead.
We could make him dead first.
Hey, whoa,
No,
wait, what are we
no,
saying here,
no.
guys? I'm not a snitch or a rat.
Yes, but we don't know that at all.
Well, you can test me. He did the truth thing on me earlier. Or she did the truth thing on me earlier.
That was a 14 on insight if I believe him right now.
Right now, he is being intentionally, like, kind of evasive. Seems genuine, but also is definitely holding back.
17 on insight.
Definitely is holding back things he would like to say and isn't.
Again, a zone, you telling the truth isn't going to tell us what you're going to do a day from now or 3 days from now. We don't know shit, so you're kind of stuck right now. We're still sorry about that, but
okay.
We did rescue your mother, though.
True. Fat lot of good that'll ever do me, since she's probably either dead or has been sent back to hell by now. But yeah, nope, true. Fine. I guess I'll die for your idiot cause. I mean, stay loyal to the people who have...
Hey, no one said we were going to drag you behind us all the way into the fucker's den. We just need to leave you with someone.
And who would babysit me? The big guy? You tell me you're not going to take him into a fight?
All right, it's very, very late. I'm still not really happy about the ice thing, okay? There's a lot of stress. We'll work it out at some point, but for now, you're stuck, okay?
Fine.
I pull his tail.
He yelps.
Not you, sorry.
Thank God. That would have been...
But that noise is pretty close to the noise that Jonathan makes. He yelps
Asshole.
and looks at you, and then
Friendly.
he crosses his arms and stalks off into a corner.
How to Win Friends and Influence People by Brennan.
Ricardo comes back and hands you a medallion, and he says, "All right, on the second floor in the back hallway, there is a painting. The painting is of a woman wearing a necklace. This medallion perfectly matches the one that she is wearing. Place it on the painting. It will open the back room."
And once we go in, the painting will lock behind us?
Yes, there is a command word to make your way back out. It is rock candy and fur makes Metzi angry.
You just pat him on the head.
In fur.
Just a little pat on the head.
Metzi angry.
That sounds good. Do you have any rock candy?
I do. 47 mystical flavors. Would you like one that tastes of pizzazz, or perhaps one that is flavored of joy? Or I have just in this week ennui.
Ooh. Do you have joy at your enemy's displeasure?
I have bar fight.
Perfect.
Hang on. He hands you a stick of rock candy that is colored red with tiny blue bits at all the tips of the sugar spikes.
You have never seen the expression of fond exasperation on Metzi's face before, but it's right there now. So proud, and yet really, candy? Okay, sweetheart.
Like, surprise me.
Ricardo.
Did it work? Oh, fine. Check behind your ear.
Whoa!
You find a sucker.
You find a what?
A sucker.
Lollipop.
A lollipop.
Thank you.
It is. It tastes like actual blueberries, like for real actual blueberries. Though you do not turn blue and gigantic and need to be pressed. That part does not happen. It just tastes like real
Violet,
blueberries.
you're turning violet, Violet.
Yes.
Curiki.
Absolutely. So, I'm going to go to bed. Hopefully you will be safe. Aaron should be out of jail soon. Although if you feel like busting him out, I'm sure he'd appreciate it. Little bastard Loki certainly could use a stern talking to and a stiff punch in the nose. Tomorrow, after I'm done with my classes and sales and whatnot, I plan on spending as much time with this book as possible to attempt to figure out exactly what is going on with you. But in the meantime, it's really good to have you back. It's nice. Makes me feel good. Makes me
I'm
feel
gonna
like
hug him again.
we can do
Sorry,
this.
we're late.
I'm gonna hug him again.
He
Did
hugs you back.
ask?
He happily hugs you back and continues hugging you for as long as you want to hug.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna pull back.
All right.
It's only a short hug. I have my limits.
A little bit of affection, not too much.
Yeah. I'm working on it. It's a process.
All right, and so he goes to bed. He does not kick you out. You find yourselves chilling in the storeroom of his shop.
Before he leaves the room, I just want to follow him to the door he's leaving through. So I'm a little ways away from everyone, and I'm just gonna catch his arm and very quietly just be like, Aaron, Joey, Lily, you. Is there anyone else left?
No one else that I'm aware of. A few made it out, we know, and made it back to where they had originated from. A few didn't make it through the original raid. We don't know where they are or what happened to them. We assume that they died with everyone else. The rest, at various different times over the years, have upset the ruling party and found themselves either executed publicly or transported to the mines. Most of us retreated fairly well until we turned 18, but after that, the niceties were generally tossed away.
I'm gonna, like, because I'm still freaking tall, so I'm just gonna drop down and just bop my head against his, and then go back to the others.
Aww.
Metsy's really sad, you guys.
Oh, I think we should go back to the inn and rest.
Yeah. It's been a long day.
By the way, Finn, were you present, or rather Wiley, I guess, were you present for when we, for when they explained Aaron and Joey's general role?
I just know that they're kind of troublemakers according to the ruling party. And,
But they're like the leaders of the
but
resistance.
they're the leaders of the resistance. Yeah, that came up last week.
So Aaron is currently in prison because he and Joey went on a
Right.
supposed poaching run that was actually a spy mission to see what information they could find about the castle. But when they were eventually questioned by soldiers, where Joey was willing to give them the one deer that they had shot for their cover story, Aaron decided to pitch a fit about it. He is a consistent and well-known troublemaker, but is typically, he is, captured, pummeled pretty badly, but then invariably has been released without further charges or trial.
Yep. Yeah, we covered that.
Oh,
Okay.
God, they're going to be older than us as well.
Yep.
Oh, wow. Everyone's in their 50s now. It's weird.
We've aged very well.
Yeah.
Very well.
I'm still a baby. Oh, no. It's okay.
All right.
I'm still tall. It's fine.
Still
So,
tall.
It's hard to tell age with fur. You can just pretend I have wrinkles. It's okay.
Mr. McSunday, I gotta say, your loss has been our gain.
Mm-hmm.
Mr.
We love a hobbit.
Mr. Wiley Hobbit's been kind of
We
sweet.
love.
So yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna be all sad about it because we got him. Ha!
Yeah.
So, as far as what continues from this, so you said you guys head back to Brown's place?
Yeah.
For a brief moment, Brick gets stuck trying to shimmy his way back down, and Leech hops on his head and jumps on it until he kind of pops through. And they're...
We're just going to Winnie's cooing the entire time.
Yeah. Dee dee, the brick will soon be free.
All right.
The time is coming.
So you make it back to Brown's place.
That's what we're going to do.
When he opens the door, or rather when you open the door, he seems a bit startled, but happy to see you. He asks for his key back, and he says, well, your rooms are ready. I assume your meeting went well? Did he say anything about me?
Yeah, we don't need those rooms.
He said you have a room that you don't know about, and it's ours.
He said you were a good man.
Did he say that?
Yes.
Yep.
In order... Okay. Wow. Thank you. Back to wow. What?
So
Apparently you have a
apparently,
room. Yes.
yeah. And so apparently we're supposed to go to the second floor.
We don't need to security. Let's be secure. Okay?
I feel secure with you,
If-
Metsy.
Good. Now, shh.
Okay.
We're gonna
I'm
go
done
to this-
talking, Mr.
Brown is a good man, but if he doesn't know where we are, then he can't tell anyone where we are, which is good for him and good for us. Okay? So he knows we're in the building. That's good. That's fine.
We're gonna go hide in your house now. Okay, bye.
Oh, okay. I'm glad I could help.
Glory trots up upstairs.
that was okay.
Yeah, we're gonna go hide in the house, in the room in your house that you don't know about. Take
Totally
care.
don't follow us like we were like we were trying to follow you a little while ago, bro.
Yeah,
I'm waiting until everyone is like on their way or going upstairs. Just waiting behind to see that doesn't happen.
I'm Metzi. I
Stop
booped Ricky on the head.
Nope, I fixed it. Ha 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 ha. You're not Metsy anymore.
Thank you for that.
So he.
I'm friendly, pretending to be Metzi.
I like the fact that you do this. Like, I don't know where this
do I
comes
do
from.
that?
No.
I don't know.
Okay, anyway, so he is perfectly happy to let you all go. And Metzi, you see as specifically as Brenly walks up the stairs, he sort of sighs a bit of relief. And then you hear as you head up the stairs, he clearly has taken a shot of some kind of alcohol. Like, because you hear the shot glass come back down onto the bar, and it's.
I'm gonna stop, turn around, and bop my way back down, and just pop my head around the door and go, "You got any wine?"
Ah! Yes, I mean yes, of course. Where? What would you like? How much? Here, wine.
Just a bottle, thank you. And I just take out 10 gold and put it on the bar and just be like, "Thank you," and leave.
That's a bit to thank you very much. Bye. Okay.
I feel bad. Okay, I made a piss.
So you head upstairs. The secret room works exactly as was described, and it opens into a pretty fucking sizable, almost like a full-sized home.
Wow.
The painting closes behind you, and you find yourselves in a windowless but otherwise very nice room with 7 bedrooms available. So it's set up sort of like a carousel with little mini rooms at points.
I'm just gonna go like round and just poke my head into each one to make sure, that we are in fact alone, because hypervigilance.
You are in fact alone, and the rooms are all identical.
Okay.
Dibs
Then
on
I'm gonna-
bunking with Metzi.
Fuck no.
Okay.
I'm gonna pick the one that smells the best and go in there.
They,
I follow.
They all smell the same.
I put my hand on her face and push her back out. No.
Strength check me, bro.
Oh, that's gonna be embarrassing.
No,
Seriously,
Brenly lets him push.
It's like a toddler pushing on your face. It's not
Exactly.
strong in any way.
Ugh.
Because you'd lose that strength check anyways.
Yeah. Well,
Depends on the roll.
Anywho.
My strength is shit.
So
I'm also retreat to a room, and are there doors on these rooms?
I pick the one right next to Metzi's.
each room has a fairly thick curtain.
All right, I'll bid you all a good evening and see you in the morning. It's time for me to get some rest.
okay, good night.
Good night.
We have decisions to make tomorrow, I believe.
Wait, authentic sound effects.
Oh, nicely done. That sounded just like a curtain.
Weird, huh?
Foley.
That was really good.
Now I get to do a thing I've been looking to do for a little while. Yay.
Is now a bad time to say Metzi starts drinking? Because Metzi starts drinking.
Oh, no, that's fine. Is anyone doing anything else before sleeping? Metzi's drinking. Eventually, Metzi passes out.
Brenly plays in the curtain between hers and Metzi's place.
So it's
No,
actually...
the curtain is the door, not the wall.
Yes.
Then she just scratches at the wall and knocks in weird rhythms.
Metzi is wine drunk. He does not care.
John, Brick, and Leech all sleep in the middle area on couches. Elswick takes the 7th room. Okay.
Oh, we're gonna have another fucked up dream, aren't we?
I don't know what you're talking about.
No, Betsy's still not over the last dream.
So, as you guys fall asleep, each of you is visited by sugar plum fairies throughout the evening. Moogs, let's start with Glory.
No.
Glory's dream is a fairly simple one, actually. Glory...
Finn's gonna wake up and stay up all night and read.
Finn falls the fuck asleep. It's a boring book.
I would do that, but my holy book is inside the cart, and the cart's gone.
All my books are inside my bag, but you can't have them.
So, Glory has a dream of Silent Fist and Brenly. And the both of them are in battle with a large number of goblins, all wearing matching armor. They're fighting score after score, just absolutely demolishing them. Every time Silent Fist swings, he kills 10 of them. Every time Brenly goes in for a flurry of blows, another 12 are dead. And they keep going back and forth, competing and counting. And then at one point, Brenly erupts in pink flame. And then Silent Fist erupts in green flame. And the two of them scream out, "Help! Help us!" And you run towards them, attempting to save them. You have heal spells at the ready. Lay on hands is prepared, and you can't quite reach them. Every time you get closer, they seem further and further away. And you stop, and you look at your hands, and then you erupt in gold flames. And then it all goes dark. Silent Fist. You wake up. You are back home in the mountains. It is cold. You miss the cold. It doesn't get properly cold where you've been. You're old, you remember. You have many grandchildren and great-grandchildren. You're a ripe 75. Which for your people is ancient. You've traveled the world. You've seen things and done things that you couldn't possibly describe. Your child comes in, says to you, "Father, we need you. There's a dispute down at the well over who won this year's competition." You look at your child and you realize the child you are looking at is half... oh my god, sorry to break the moment. What's your... I forgot the name
Goliath?
of your race. Yes, thank
Goliath.
you. Is half Goliath and half human. Slightly smaller than normal Goliaths. Skin a bit darker. Beard slightly patchier. But most definitively yours. You stand up to follow your child, and as you do, the entire mountainside erupts in bloom around you. Flowers and trees popping everywhere, bursting through the snow, fully grown in an instant everywhere you step. Looking around, you realize it is your fault. And then blackness. Brenly. You have a flying dream. You fly for as long as you like, as far as you like. You do loop-de-loops, you chase clouds. You, at one point, slice a butterfly in two just with the speed of your flight. You enjoy yourself for hours, and then it goes dark. Metzi, you have a dream. It's a frustration dream. It's a dream that you've had many times. The debt collectors are at your door, knocking, shouting your name, and you are attempting to pack your bug-out bag, throw everything into it so that you can leave, and as you do, you realize that you can't find your macahuitl, your weapon, your mystical tie to your benefactor. You search all over the place. It's gigantic. You know it must be somewhere. It's not like a 6-foot sawtooth club just goes missing. But you can't find it. You check all of your hidey holes. Open up every single dead drop that you've got in the entire house. You toss aside hundreds of thousands of gold worth of counterfeiting equipment and faked bills of lading and bonds and notes, and cannot find the thing that you feel at this moment defines you. And then for a moment you hear a familiar voice, though, break into this dream that you've had so many times. Hello? You see standing before you a man who is dressed in a vest, small, cuts off just above the navel. He's wearing baggy pants and shoes with curled toes. He has long, flowing, raven black hair and deep olive-colored skin. He looks at you and he says, "Hi. I believe you know me as George."
Can I respond to this, or am I
Yes, you
still?
can.
Am I lucid dreaming?
Oh no, you can talk to him.
Yeah. Never did ask if you had a name.
Never did I bother to tell you. I've been hiding.
You've been quiet.
Yes. That's because there are things out there that can detect me.
And that would be bad.
For both of us. If they were to sever our connection without properly allowing you time to break it on your own, well, the consequences would be horrific. For
Good to
your
know.
sake and mine, I'm afraid I must tell you, though I do not want to, because, frankly, I do not want to go back to my darkened prison. But you can remove me with a simple act of willpower. All it takes is for you to refuse my gift, to say, "I do not want this," and truly mean it. And you will be rid of me.
You think that's the best course of action?
I leave it to you to make that decision. But I suspect that decision will be made soon, one way or the other.
When you go, if you go, where do you go?
Into a dark and cold, senseless void.
I meant on my end of things. You were in a brooch when we, I'm going to say, met.
Are you still wearing the brooch?
No, I have a rock in my hand.
Then I'm in the rock. You may have to cut me out.
That isn't as much of a problem for me as most people. Could I get you back?
Yes.
Is there any way to free you from your void?
Yes, but it's more complicated than I could ever ask of you. And he looks up as if he can hear something. They're coming for me now. Goodbye. And he's out of your dream, and you return to being unable to interact with anything, and the dream plays out as it always has, as if it never missed a step.
Oh, the morning is going to be messy.
Finn!
See.
You're in the forest. It is spring. Everything smells fresh. There is still light snow on the ground. The world around you is being born anew. What are you hunting?
A deer.
The deer has led you on a glorious chase. You're in awe at its sheer beauty and majesty and form and purpose, its movement, the way it seems to be one with its environment. It stops, pauses to take a drink at a river. You could have your shot. What do you do?
I watch.
It bends down to take a drink. It looks up, and it sees you. It does not run. It stares you in the eyes.
I look it back dead in the eye, smile, nod, as if to pay homage to its oneness with nature and its beauty and majesty.
It bows its head, sits up, and then quickly turns and bounds away. The sky catches fire in an instant. The forest you're standing in is rapidly heating up. The snow is melting and steaming around you. The ground is turning to a muddy mess. What is your first concern?
I'm wondering if there's been some sort of cataclysm, because this is so outside of the nature of things. The season shouldn't change on a dime.
You hear a voice. Findalar. It's your mother's voice. Findalar. What do we do for those who need us?
We help them, of course.
And when the world needs us?
We help it. We come to its aid.
What is the greatest gift we can give?
Our help of ourselves and our love.
And when our help is no longer enough, what is the greatest gift we can give?
Ourselves.
Good lad. Save the forest and everything in it. Save the people. Give them your love. And put out the fire. And the sky returns calm. And everything is serene once again. The mud solidifies. And you are allowed to take a long, long nature walk. A bit of a hike. Until morning.
I do that. I just take in all the natural beauty, the wonder of the springtime, and I study the forest.
Your hound bounds up to you. Thalion,
Mm-hmm.
loyal as ever, tongue lolling in the breeze as it runs.
Slobbering. Yep.
Yes. It reaches up and stretches on your chest, its paws up near your ears.
I'll just grab him and back away so he can stretch way out.
And then it hops down and woof.
I'll lead him on a run through the forest. Just dashing and running.
As you run through the forest, you hear a cry for help. It is a human. It is a male. You hear it to the north.
I will follow the sound of that cry quickly. To the north.
You see a man. He looks a bit like Aaron and a bit like Joey. His leg is caught in a bear trap. You can see bits of white bone protruding. There is blood. He is screaming, deeply wounded. He sees you. And he says, "Wait! Ah! Stop! There's a bear. Wait. If you save me, it will get you, and I won't escape."
How do you know this? Thalion can handle the bear.
And he looks at you and he says, "The pain, it's too much." He's whining and
I'm going to approach him and cast a spell upon him. Cure wounds.
you channel curative energies. It doesn't work quite the way it normally would. It soothes him and calms him. The bleeding stops, but he isn't healed the way that he normally would be.
Okay.
From behind you, you hear the snuffling and soon the roar of a large grizzly bear. Standing nearly 9 feet tall, it is a dire bear.
Oh, that's not awesome.
Its arms raised, its gigantic claws outstretched, and it is slowly advancing on you.
Okay, I'm going to cast another spell. It's my last spell slot if I'm going off of...
Don't worry about
what
spell
my
slots.
cheat sits right now. I'm going to
We're
cast
dreaming.
Speak with Animals.
Okay. You attempt to communicate with the bear. What do you say?
What do you want with this man? And I kind of hold up a hand to get it to stop.
Everything.
Oh, wow, that was close to the mic, sweetheart.
This meal is not for you.
Stop me, then.
Why don't I help you hunt another meal? And we'll free this man and I can take him with me.
You look good. I would be full if I ate you.
You would be quite full. I just saw a stag back that way not long ago.
I ate it.
There are plenty more. And if you ate it, you should be full.
I'm always hungry.
Well, then I won't fill you up. Nor would it do you any good to eat me then.
From behind you, the Aaron Joey conglomerate shouts out at you. Why are you talking to it? It killed the village, the children. Ah! The bear is taking slow steps towards you.
I'm going to back up to where the human is in the trap and crouch down to see if I can't open the trap while I'm talking to this bear.
The trap can be opened. It is slow going, but it can work.
Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and open this trap and get him free.
Okay. Give me a survival roll.
Sure. Whoop.
You have the trap open, and Arrowy pulls his leg out immediately and is like just writhing in pain, but he's free now.
Okay. I'll instruct Thalion to lead him off.
Roof, roof, roof. Grabs him and starts dragging him. The bear advances and looks at you and says, "There is nothing left but you and my hunger."
Thinking. We need to find a better way to satisfy this hunger.
I am death. And it bites you. And you go black.
Bites me.
Smaug bear.
Yeah.
Smaug bear, yeah.
It bites you.
Teeth are knives.
It bites you, and it goes black. And then you wake up and realize that you were meditating way deeper than normal.
Okay, yeah.
You know, Shakes somewhat takes the piss out of the cool, dramatic moment when you start giggling.
I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. Everything is fine.
This is fun.
All
He
right.
made his voice all
Dire.
he made his voice all gravelly and dramatic, and then Shake starts giggling.
Yeah.
No, that wasn't giggling. When he did the dire bear voice the first time, that was shock because that was like so loud. My whole brain went ah.
Disrespect.
Then it was giggling. I can't
The
help it. He's
disrespect.
a funny guy. I can't help it. And you know, we British people have a very strange sense of humor.
You're not helping your case.
What was
As-
it? The two Rickies?
The two Ronnies. The two
Ronnies?
Ronnies.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
All right.
I had to explain to you
So-
why that was funny. It was so bad.
You
Still
all
don't
wake
get
up. You all wake up. And here's what's going to have to happen. And I apologize for this, but we are running quickly into... I have a fair amount that I have to get done. So here's what I'm going to point out. We have 2 sessions left before the break. Wiley, I'm aware that you are going to likely have some issue next Monday.
Yeah, I'm traveling with a group, so I'm gonna guarantee I'm not gonna be around next Monday.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry.
No, that's okay. So we're gonna go still a little bit longer yet, but you've got a slightly separate track of things that you can sort of deal with. But as far as tonight goes, you're all gonna level. At the end of game, so that puts you 8?
Level 8.
8.
Level
Okay.
8.
All right. So you're all going to be level 8 at the end of tonight. So sort of generally start thinking about that. And yeah, it's morning. When you wake up in the morning, you find that there is breakfast already waiting for you. It seems to have magically appeared at around about 7:30 in the morning. Breakfast is not extravagant. It is muffins and tea. But it is...
Wait, so it's actually magic food?
Yes.
Metzi is going to do a thing as soon as he wakes up.
Okay. So it is morning. Anyway, what do you do in the morning after your respective evenings?
We do.
Yeah, we do.
We do.
And what we do.
So after you do, then what do you do?
Metzi is going to frighteningly quietly take a dagger to his hand.
Ooh.
And thinking very strongly about self-preservation and the idea that this is something that can be found and therefore cannot be on him. He is going to, again, frighteningly silently cut it out of his hand.
Is he doing this in his room?
Yeah.
Damn it. Okay.
You might get the smell of blood because there will be a lot.
Make a willpower save with advantage.
Where's my character sheet being annoying?
That's a gorgeous doodle, by the way, that I had not seen before. Okay. The 17 is just barely enough to do it. So you are able to cut the stone out of your hand. As you pull on it, it's not just a stone. There's like a tendril or a vein of a sort of a fleshy...
Like a root?
Yeah, like a fleshy, fatty root that attaches to the stone. And as you pull, like you can feel a pressure in your forearm somewhat releasing as it goes. It's about a foot in length, and when you pull the pebble out, it turns back into the amulet it originally was, and the root is a gold chain.
I'm going to put it around my neck.
And yeah, not as much blood as you thought, but yeah, some blood, definitely.
And then I'm going to sit on my bed and disassociate for a while.
Good morning. Good morning.
Yeah. That's my
Just
usual.
sat there, just like hand on my leg, just like, nope, not here anymore.
Finn, what do you do in the morning?
I'm going to come out and see what is going on and look for something to eat and try to think and make sense of my dream. So I will probably search out some coffee downstairs with Brown. Maybe a bite to eat.
Yeah, say the password.
Oh, yes, I have that here.
I'm pretty sure everyone wrote that down.
Candy in fur makes Metzi angry.
Ka-chunk, and the door opens.
Yes, I'll go downstairs to see if Brown is up getting breakfast.
Brown is up and sort of bustling a bit. He actually seems perfectly happy to see you. And says, oh, yes, what can I get you, sir?
Perhaps just some bread of some kind and a nice coffee would be lovely.
Done and done. Would you like eggs?
Oh, excellent. Yes, thank you.
Sure thing. And he goes in the back and he whips up breakfast for you and he brings it out.
Pay the man. Very well.
As you are eating breakfast, a somewhat elderly dwarven woman walks in. And you can see parts of her hair are still blonde, but mostly gray now. And you know it's a she despite a pretty massive beard. But there's a way that she carries herself, sort of a hop in her step, that just seems familiar to you.
I'll nod as she comes in.
She nods at you.
To recognize her, would that be like an insight?
Let's go with perception.
Perception? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not too sure, but she hops up to the counter and she says, Brown. Brown says, oh, yes. Anya, how may I help you?
No.
She says, yes, breakfast, please. Bacon, ale. She says, yes, absolutely. Hold on a moment. He heads in the back to get her breakfast. Brenly, what do you do in the morning? You were flying all night.
Mm-hmm. So Cubit is a little subdued, but Brenly is very excited and like bouncing around and telling everyone that will listen about all the cool things she saw when she was flying, and that she did like, and then I did a zoom, and then I did a whoosh, and then I like spun around, and then I was going so fast that like my own speed cut a butterfly in half, which is kind of sad because poor butterfly, but like how cool is that? And so she's very excited and very much a morning person. She's just running around gushing about her cool dream.
Okay. Leech is hanging on every word. Brick is politely listening to you, but whenever he's able to turn away and scarf a muffin, he does. Jonathan is paying attention, sort of, but he also seems to be sketching or writing something in a large notebook. Elswick has not come out from his room. Silent Fist, what do you do in the morning?
Silent Fist will, like normal, go to breakfast. Bacon, eggs, meats, what he asks for. But he's going to do something a little out of the ordinary. He's going to kind of sit in a little bit of a seclusion, just kind of be in thought. Thinking about his dream, but not necessarily sharing that with anyone. He would, after being done eating, would want to work out with Brick. Would want to invite Brick to work out and, do some things that could blow off some steam, perhaps, or make him feel strong.
Sure. Brick is happy to walk with you, and so where do you go to work out?
Just somewhere away from everyone, but inside is fine. Just doing, probably maybe some arm wrestling or some push-ups or
okay. So you
bro
stay,
stuff.
You stay inside the
yeah, we stay inside the inn. We wouldn't leave the inn.
Brick actually really seems to appreciate not only the company but the camaraderie. People don't typically treat him like a true equal, and he seems touched by the attention, but doesn't express that fact. He's just like extremely eager to engage in whatever activity you would like. Give me a quick strength check. In arm wrestling contests, you win 2 out of 3. Brick seems mildly annoyed by this, but declares that it's because he hasn't yet had enough coffee, and goes and finds some.
Awesome.
We let the ogre drink coffee?
Not normally.
Apparently.
Not normally.
But when he loses an arm wrestling contest to the little guy, in his mind.
Besides, he's a vegetarian ogre. It's like, let the boy have some coffee. He's been deprived of sausages. Let him have some coffee.
Glory, what do you do in the morning?
Glory is doing her morning bodyweight workout routine in her room.
Okay.
Comes out later and eats muffins.
Nice.
Probably to the tail end of Bren's story. Sorry. Okay.
As morning heads towards noon, what do you guys decide is going to be your next course of action? And it is okay if the party gets split, as long as the only person who actually splits away from the group is Wiley. That's actually not true. Finn could also take with him, say, I don't know, Brick and or Leech and or Jonathan. Elswick, however, does not come out of his room at any point.
At some point, I would have gone and checked on Elswick.
Elswick is there. He is sitting. He is sort of almost meditating, staring at a wall. When you walk in the room, he looks at you and he says, "Yes? Do you need something?"
No, I wanted to see how you were.
I'm almost...
You've been through a lot of shit. changes people.
I'm almost exactly as you would expect me to be. Take that for what you wish. And he goes back to staring at the wall.
You want to have any input on what we do next, or are you leaving it to us?
I think I've lost the right to provide input in such a thing. If I decide otherwise, I'll let you know.
If you want us to do anything, just let us know. We'll take it under advisement. And you haven't lost the right to anything.
Thank you.
We're the ones who weren't there.
There's more to it than that. But thank you.
Do you want me to send some food up?
No. No, I've eaten enough for a little while. Hunger clarifies.
Yeah. It also exaggerates.
He sort of grunts and continues staring.
I'll leave and just be like, stay safe, and go and find everyone else.
Yes. Do return this time.
Do my best.
You always gotta have
Whatever
the last
that's
word,
worth.
don't you, Metzi? Alright.
Yes. Yes, I
do.
He's an endearing character trait.
He's a cat. He's an asshole. Come on. I'm amazed he hasn't just knocked things off the side as he leaves. Come on.
Okay, so I am going to mute my microphone while you guys get to decide what you are going to do.
Mm-hmm.
Bouncing God.
I'm pretty sure he can still hear us.
Oh, well, that's not fun.
Yeah. No.
All right. Well, I'm
Stop
going to tell
distracting
you.
me.
I'm going to tell you what Silent Fist would want to do. Silent Fist would totally want to go back to Ricardo and see if he can make some stuff magical.
Speak as your characters, please.
Oh, sorry.
Silent Fist said all that.
Yeah. Maybe we should go back to Ricardo and see if he can help us make some stuff magical and shiny and pretty.
You know what would be really cool is if he could make my shield magical. I wish
It's
I had a
already
magical
magical.
shield. No, no one's given it to me yet.
No, it's in the...
Too bad it's in the cart.
Everything's in the fucking cart.
I would like to see if this necklace of fireballs could perhaps somehow be recharged.
I think you definitely need more fireballs.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, so do some of us have non-magical weapons. We'd like to get those enchanted. I was thinking, since we have this nifty tunnel system and our own key, we could do a little bit of reconnaissance around the town, see what kind of fighting force we have at our disposal. Maybe ask Ricky if he knows. Then we can go break people out of jail, maybe.
Jailbreak.
And then maybe assault their minds, maybe.
It sounds
Assault
as
them?
if
Assault them.
it
I like
sounds
the
as
word
if-
Salt
assault.
mines.
We will
Not
assault
salt
salt mines.
No.
sounds as if Aaron will be released from jail. I don't know that we want to risk
What about Inga?
jailbreak.
Who may also be in jail.
We want to get Inga.
Maybe, reconnaissance sounds good. Talking to Ricky,
Jailbreak.
especially since he's reading that research for us, sounds good. Not sure how I feel about fighting force. These people enough people are fucked up here.
Well,
I'm not fucking up anyone else's life.
also, when we break people out of jail, we can kill Loki.
The
Why
sound
don't
of
we
that does
kill
make
Loki
me
and
mad.
then break people out of jail?
Because the people in jail could help us kill Loki.
It's a
Because
2 for
people
1.
who have been in jail are so healthy and useful.
Aaron just got there.
And if we have some magical doohickeys from Reiki, give them to people in jail, they're great. Then we kill Loki.
I just want him dead. The order in which we make that happen doesn't really matter to me.
Okay. Well, let's go to see Ricky. Ask him what he knows about some of the fighting force we're dealing with. that we have at our disposal if anyone wants to fight with us. What do you think?
That sounds good to me.
So we go see Ricky. Are we all downstairs in the inn now?
Yes.
Or are we upstairs? Okay. So have the rest of us noticed Anna in the inn?
Anya.
Or would she have? It was Anna last time.
It was Anna.
I know that because it's my little sister's name.
I'm
and we
aware of
discussed it.
who that other person is that you're thinking of, but that person had red hair. This person
I
gave
thought she
their
was
name
blonde.
as
Wait, was Inga blonde?
Inga was blonde.
Oh, okay. I got them mixed up. I thought Inga was a redhead and Anna was blonde. Sorry.
And this person says that
Anya.
they are Anya.
Oh.
My mistake. I apologize, DM.
It's okay.
I also thought it was Anna, so.
I got their hair mixed up. Okay, then never mind. You asked.
Hey, Shakes, can
however,
you do me a favor?
Yes.
Can you move your Pokeball so that it's lined up?
Oh gosh. Thank you for asking.
I can't stop staring at it.
That was bothering you?
So much.
Okay. As you guys come down the stairs, though, I will say that Anya abruptly ceases eating when Glory comes into view and leaves.
Ooh.
Would we recognize her? Can
Would
we
you
do a
get-
perception check?
What you guys see is the back of an elderly dwarf leaving the establishment.
I just think she's racist.
You think that about everyone.
Do we see the color of her hair? Anything?
Yeah, I mean, you see an elderly, mostly gray-haired with bits of blonde dwarf leaving.
Because I'm pretty sure Brown said that there was only one dwarf in town. When we
did.
talked about Inga, he said, well, she's the only dwarf in town, so she's fairly recognizable.
Yeah, there's a dwarf that just left the inn. Anywho, continuing forward, because that doesn't matter and is clearly an unrelated note.
No. That's not unrelated. If he said there was only one dwarf in town...
So you guys are in
and
the
Inga's
tunnels now.
supposed to be...
No snakes rule.
That's relevant!
Is it, though?
Yes, because if Brown said there was only one dwarf in town, and he said that dwarf was Inga, naturally we're going to go, well, who the fuck was that then?
That was Anya.
You said there was only one dwarf in town.
Maybe another dwarfer's arrived.
Mr. Brown's gonna pee his pants again, isn't he?
Clearly,
Anya
if
is
he's
a traveling salesperson who comes around once every month or so. Doesn't live here.
So does she, or...
you are inaccurate and irritating. And now I go to the fucking tunnels.
I was being intimidated.
I hug him and leave.
Huh.
Regular hug or a
Regular hug.
Yeah,
This time.
He shrinks and does not resist, as if perhaps he is incapable of providing resistance or, consent. Anyway, yeah. Because, remember, you're still vaguely good, and continuing to torture someone, even as a joke.
That's me.
Does that count for touching people who don't want to be touched? Maybe
Pooping
like
you on the nose isn't evil. She's just dumb.
So, moving forward.
I get touched a lot.
You're in the tunnels.
Headed to Ricardo's.
I don't think those
goblins gave us consent when we killed them.
Nothing is...
I also brought that up. You're all terribly violent to me.
Nothing seems amiss until you get to Ricardo's, and on the underside of the trap door, there is a rolled up note with a tiny little red bow that is attached to the door.
I want the bow.
I take the bow off, and give it to Brenly, and open it and read it.
It is written in Elven, for what it's worth.
I can read that. I'm not reading
Metzi,
out loud.
Finn, and the
Wow.
rest. Aaron is in trouble. It has been announced that he will be executed for his most recent crime. They are claiming he killed one of the guards. I cannot get away from my shop, as they will notice if I change my daily routine to attempt to help him. They already suspect that we are both in the resistance, and if I leave my shop, they will know. Please do something.
And I hand it to Finn. Oh, sorry.
The execution is set for 3 p.m. today.
And I hand the scroll to Finn and say, looks like jailbreak is more important.
Yeah, I'll read it real quick. Well, we have to do something.
What?
We'll have to
Because
get
if
him
we
out.
don't, Aaron is going to die.
You just trampled on him. Why?
Sorry.
Aaron is set to be scheduled at 3 this afternoon. We need to get him out of jail or somehow prevent the execution.
You have like 3 hours? Let's go. Jailbreak time.
Okay.
Which way is it?
Say again.
What's-
I'm asking Finn. Which way is the jail?
I would like to know what the quickest way down into these tunnels from the jail might be so that we can disappear as quickly as possible
Okay.
without being followed into the tunnels.
Okay. So you are under Ricardo's shop. I am going to mark the mansion. Hang on. Blurb. There we go. Draw shape.
Oops, what happened there?
No.
Oh, that is funny.
Okay.
Is it the big building on the bottom left?
So red is for the jail part,
Mm-hmm.
and purple is for the mayor's manor.
Okay.
See. Does the tunnel, like, where's the closest building where we can get back down to the tunnels?
So hang on. The closest building.
Please tell me it's the Fox Smells building.
That is so funny. I just saw that.
Tell you
There's
what's
lots
the.
of little Easter eggs.
I'm sorry. It's the which building?
Nothing.
Thok smells. Actually, I mean it is because that is the nearest building. Hang on.
Yay!
There.
Check out my foresight. Yes.
So you will come out under or into the basement of that building.
Do we know what that building is?
You do not.
Because we haven't had time to explore. So should we start marching in the tunnels towards that direction?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Gonna have to-
Okay.
All right, have we long rested? Is that...
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, you totally have.
Okay.
So, you guys come out into this basement. It is the root cellar of what looks like just some normal everyday people. You see various roots down here. There are carrots and parsnips and potatoes and such.
Hmm.
Just in piles on the otherwise dirt floor.
You want to be on that?
What is wrong with you people?
Is there an exit from the basement outside, or do we need to go up through the dwelling?
You'll have to, unfortunately, go up through the house. There is no cellar door.
Do we see anything that indicate like a chrysanthemum or anything that indicates that this is a friendly home?
Ooh, give me a search check. Search?
Investigation.
Investigation. Sorry, I keep using the old words. Investigation. Correct.
That's okay. Nope.
Oh, sorry.
Thank you,
Take
Fran.
off
That is
advantage.
okay. I will take the 8.
Yeah, I'm shit at this.
Wiley and sorry. So Finn, Glory,
Bren.
and Brenly. All three of you see that there is a tiny little chrysanthemum etched into the like I forgot. Is it a baseboard? But the flat vertical part of the bottom step.
Riser.
The riser.
Riser.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you.
I've never had a basement before. I don't know.
No, any step where you have like steps, like this bit is the step and this bit is the riser. So when you have steps going down, you have a step and a
Actually,
riser.
this bit is the tread.
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
That's
Nice.
my thing for today. That's all I got. Thank
Hey,
you very much.
that's a thing I didn't know. That's pretty cool.
I only really know this because one of my weird deep-seated spears is stairs that have no risers. Really scare me. I hate them.
Okay.
Oh, ooh.
So at least it appears we have potential friends here.
Cool, great. Let's go.
I say we knock. Let's go.
Knock.
Time's a
It's
waste.
someone's house.
That's why I suggested we knock instead of.
No,
bursting.
it was Glory. I was increduling at.
By the way, Brick, Jonathan, and Leech have all opted to stay out of sight, as they are not certain what the reactions might be to any of them.
Very
Especially
well.
considering that all three of them are typically evil creatures in the wild. Being a demon, a goblin, and a troll.
Hey,
Right.
John,
Half demon.
do you have like a
But
cloak
yeah.
or something? Something I can use to cover the horns?
Oh, for you?
So I'll go ahead and knock on the
Yes.
trap door or whatever's entering into the house.
At some point, by the way, I would have pointed out that John Hole has the option to just stay in the hidden room in the pub.
Oh, then
Like
he
has that option. If
Well,
he wants to just stay there.
he had originally accompanied you to go to Ricardo's because he thought it was interesting. Now
Yeah.
he's with you for this because
Okay.
he's with you for this.
Very well.
So you knock on the door and you hear, that wasn't the secret knock. What's the proper secret knock?
I'll give him the.
We've
secret.
got a password. We don't have a knock.
Someone told us about the knock.
What's the password?
It's chrysanthemum, of course.
Good. Please come in.
I'll open the door and step in, looking around to see what I see immediately.
Whose house is this?
Okay, you open the door and you see a house that has no decorations, no really discernible features of any kind. It almost looks as if no one really lives here. There are a couple of mats, like bedrolls on the floor, an old, somewhat beaten up chair made from wood and reeds, and they're sitting on the chair staring out a window that is covered mostly by a curtain with just a tiny sliver that isn't, is a man wearing gray pants and very dark green shirt. His hair and beard are wild and terrifically kinked in all sorts of different directions. His hair is largely tied back into a sort of a loose ponytail, but lots of it is just sort of pouring everywhere. And he's wearing a very dark blue, I've forgotten the proper term now. I think a mantle, with a hood over the tunic. And he looks at you, and then he looks back, then he looks at you again, and he stops. Finn? Metzi? Brenly?
Yes, indeed. Excuse me if I don't recognize you. You're a bit older than.
Can we recognize him?
Oh, you?
It's me. It's Joey. What?
Oh, okay.
Well, Joseph now, but where have you been?
I'm gonna go give him a big hug.
Ah! And he hugs the shit out of you.
Yeah.
Little Joey.
The
Give him a
story
little
is-
noogie.
I'm gonna go
Story
over
is
and put my
too
hand on
long
his
to
back as well.
tell At this point, we need to get your brother out of the jail.
We do. I've been watching their guard posts. If we wait for another 10 minutes, they should do another shift change. And the people coming on next, I know one of them is drunk, and the other one is, well, let's just say...
Stupid.
I had one of my friends, a particularly skilled courtesan last evening, take care of him. He should be sluggish today.
It's very nice. Sluggish and fortunate.
Yes.
So
And
we
I
wait.
remove my hand from his back.
What's the best way in?
Does he smell bad?
He smells of dirt. Dirt and pine sap, cedar shavings. So does he smell bad? No, not at all.
Smells wonderful.
Yeah.
he smells
And
like
it smells like Finn.
The wood
Yeah,
elf is
basically, yeah.
What is that, and where can I get some?
Out,
Make sure he doesn't like
out there,
steak.
sir. But yeah, you can now see, like, on the floor next to his chair is a very well crafted bow with some intricate scroll work on the sides. His arrows are particularly long, actually, which would indicate that the draw on the bow is quite a bit higher than the average. He looks, frankly, wiry and solid and strong, and he's about 6'3" and made of just very lean muscle.
Is anyone else picturing Hugh Jackman?
So
No, he's short.
well, right. So
He's not. Hugh Jackman's tall.
No, he's not.
He is.
Hang on.
He's like 6'2". That's why he got yelled at for Wolverine, because everyone was like, dude, you know that he's like 5'6", right?
Hugh Jackman.
Oh, 6'2".
Height.
Who am I thinking
Yeah.
of short?
Yeah, he's 6'2".
Bruh,
So-
he's huge.
So yeah, like a much like wilder haired and bearded Hugh Jackman.
Yeah, like opening scenes of Les Mis. But
also more muscular, primarily in the shoulders and thighs. Yeah, very, very functional body.
Joey thick.
Going in the notes.
He is also just as the others. He's got quite a bit of like sort of salt in his pepper, and he is.
Everyone's old.
Oh yeah, they've all been having adventures for 37 years. And there is also a sort of a grimness in his eyes, which are sort of a steely gray. And when he is like staring at the guard post across the street, he just has this just murderous look.
I'm so proud.
We must free them. Is anyone else in there with Aaron?
I don't know. My suspicion is that Loki is there.
Of course.
Anyone we don't want dead.
As far as prisoners, anyone else besides Aaron?
Loki and no one else that I can think of. Here's what I propose. Much as I would enjoy an opportunity to reminisce and catch up, I think I would enjoy it much more if my brother were here with me.
Agreed.
We can all
Agreed.
the dude drop later.
Agreed.
Once we do this, I and my brother will both be marked men. We won't be able to come up for air again until we have dealt with Thok and his people. But here's what I would propose. When the 2 guards come on for their next shift, I will handle them. You run in the door that they should have been guarding, take out whoever you see inside, rescue my brother, come back here, we'll escape into the tunnels, and we'll move from there.
Sounds very good.
I like it.
Anyone else have any other thoughts or ideas?
Are we taking out Loki at the same time?
If he's in the way, I think we'll need to. Unless we have a way of getting the jump on him and restraining him in some way.
Because if we kill a bunch of people in his jail and leave, next time we come back for him, it won't be so easy. He'll be expecting us.
It's okay. We'll deal with that later.
Just threw away our shot.
Just had to get it in there, didn't you?
I did.
Aaron is first priority, and no one's disputing that.
Yes.
But we might not get as good a shot as Loki when we don't have the element of surprise. No one knows
Also,
we're here yet. No, that was me. I'm done.
Perhaps not all of us should go in first. Perhaps I can stealth in with my cloak. I have that cloak of the elven kind. And I may be able to remain undetected. Loki does not know who Silent Fist is. Perhaps he and I can take the lead, get his attention. You and Brenly can go in and rescue Aaron, and then we can escape.
I like that idea.
That way he may not see me, he may only see you until we have to tussle with him, at which point we may kill him.
Our window to get inside is pretty small after Joey leads them away.
Yes, we'll have to go quickly.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it
Anything
is settled.
else?
Yeah.
Hang on one sec. I'm just trying to find an icon that can represent Joey, because it occurs to me I never bothered to make one for him. So we are going to do this fight old school. When the time comes... okay, I'm just going to use this to represent Joey. There, that's Joey, who's all tied up in the corner. Hang on. Oh. I know that you guys can't see what I'm doing. I'm comfortable with that. Hang on.
Is there a way to play bagpipes silently?
Not usually.
No.
No.
Even when you're just like picking them up, they start going.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
okay. We
Because
don't need disease resistance debuffs. They're
Yeah.
plus.
The bladder starts whining.
Yeah.
Oh, I was just moving myself as well.
It's like a goose.
Okay, so I will describe what happens as I'm putting your guys' tokens on the board. So you... so when guard shift when guard shift happens, Joey shoots the 2 guards from his from where he is inside the room through the slit in the window that he had opened. They're both dead in a matter of seconds. He looks an awful lot like Finn when he does that. You guys run across the street. No one sees you. I just put Leech on there, even though he's not with you, because I wasn't thinking. So there is Finn. There is Glory. There is Metzi. There is Brenly. There is Silent Fist. Yep, all the Rangers, players are here.
We're all rangers now.
The dream team.
And so,
God.
so what is happening is you walk in, and there are no other guards. There's no good explanation that you have for why that you can see immediately. However, Aaron is tied to a chair. He has clearly been beaten badly. He is bleeding from profusely in several points in his in and around his face. He has cuts and scrapes on his arms and hands. You can see, however, that his knuckles are raw as well. He's certainly given as good as he's gotten to somebody. But the two people who are currently looking at him are, just to remind you, Loki, who is the kobold monk. Let me put that back down to size. And Kael'Rath, the wannabe drow ranger.
I thought there was one.
Sorry, no.
Oh.
Surprise.
Well, there are fucking 5 of you assholes, so.
How close are they? Are these?
Yeah, I still don't like those odds. 5-1, I was happy with.
Yeah.
5-2, I'm a little bit.
So they are both here. The distances are what the distances are. Like you guys enter the room, and here I'll point out where the door is that you came through. So the door you entered is here. That's the door. And so you guys are up here, and the room is otherwise exactly as you would expect it to be. I can provide you a border wall if that would make you happier.
With my cloak of the elven kind, am I able to stealth into the room without being detected?
Oh, whoa, oops, freehand. Nope. Hang on one sec. So go ahead and give me a stealth roll. There is not much to hide behind. It is an open stone room with Aaron's tied to a chair. There are cells in the back, but nothing is in them. The stone room sort of slopes downward, and then there is a channel that cuts across the bottom of it with a metal grate over it. And it's clear that that's where, like, blood and other fluids are designed to run into.
Yes. I get advantage on stealth rolls.
Yes, you do.
And perception checks to see me have disadvantage.
Correct.
So I am now going to click on my advantage toggle.
Okay.
And roll stealth because, yay. I'm using my cloak of the elven kind.
Good luck, friend.
Oh. 21. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and say that no one sees you right now.
They call me the breeze.
And then 2 of us in clanking armor run in after.
I'm just going to, hold up the traditional behind me, like, fist, like, stop. And I'm going to settle.
Lori canonically does not know what that means.
I'm gonna blast. Okay, so before my compatriots come in, loudly, I'm gonna blast 2 arrows into the monk.
Okay.
With my 2 attacks per round.
Do we know what order we went in?
No. So everyone's gonna roll initiative, but I will say that he gets to go first, for storyline thematic purposes.
Well, I did say I wanted Silent Fist and myself to come in first because they don't know us, and if I stealth in, they won't see me; they'll only see him.
Fair. Okay, so if you guys, well, hang on. Hang on, because I need to put up the. Let me clear the bloop.
I also can't select my token, just so you know.
Clear. Oh, god damn it! All right, hang on. I'll fix that. Okay, so I've cleared that. I just need to quick add low. Okay, well, it's supposed to be Loki, but whatever.
LOWK.
He just low. He just low.
You're gonna be low health.
Low rider.
Okay.
Can't get lower than the grave, where he will be soon. I'm not good at smack talk.
Crappy initiative roll.
No.
Okay. Silent
I would have.
Fist?
I'm in back giving Joey a good pat on the back.
It
Nice shot.
says it should be controlled by you.
Yeah, I can't move mine either. Oh wait, no, I'm using the wrong cursor. Can I move mine?
Let me see.
Yes, I can. Oh, mine's fine.
Okay, I can select it now.
Okay. I didn't change anything, so
That's weird.
yeah.
Good job.
Oh, we're rolling initiative, right?
Yes. Glory, re-roll yours.
Yeah, that could be good or
And
bad.
I still had it selected. Okay.
That's good. It wasn't bad.
Okay.
The green scribble there is the door, right?
I'm gonna spend an inspiration to re-roll my initiative, Zed.
Yeah, that's fine.
I have 1 perspiration to spend.
Well then.
Nice.
All right.
Inspired.
Well, then this
That's
works
bad.
out cleanly because you literally are going first. So
Do you get to go twice?
no, he just goes first. I was gonna let him go first and then retake his spot on
Drop
the initiative.
initiatives,
Otherwise,
yeah.
right? But he just is going first, which is really convenient. So what would you like to do with your firstness?
God damn it, JJ just saw that.
I'm gonna go ahead and do my 2 attacks that I get per round, and I'm gonna fire the bow of the 3rd sin.
Okay, and don't forget you are firing with advantage because you are stealthed.
Jesus.
Does that work on both attacks this round? Because don't I leave stealthiness once I attack?
Yeah, so because it's 1 attack action, I'm gonna say you get it for both. I might be wrong, but I'm comfortable with it for now.
Okay. So a 30.
Okay.
That hit.
Yes.
Fire off a little damage. How about 11 on that one?
So I've forgotten. Who did you say you're attacking?
I'm firing at the monk. I really hate that fucker.
Yeah.
Okay.
25. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Both hit. So give me damage.
21 damage.
Okay. Oh, his health didn't. God damn it! It was supposed to be. Okay, that's fine.
He probably
It's
only
a
has
0.
21 health.
Yes, he only has 21 health. He's dead
Right.
now instantly. It was just a massive win for you guys. But no, I mean he's definitely he's fucked up. He's not happy at all.
Aaron really hurt Loki when he was getting beat.
And I'm just going to move.
He was kicking him in the shins until he was bloodied.
Yeah,
Just move away from Silent Fist, and that'll conclude my turn.
Okay. It is now Loki's turn. Loki took that and is definitely not happy about it. But he sees you and he's angry at you. But he also sees Silent Fist and he also sees Metzi. Hang on, so he's here. You can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Man, he's a monk.
7.
He can move wherever he wants.
Basically, he runs over to Metzi and takes a flying leap through the air, leading with his foot, and is attempting to sort of dragon kick Metzi in the head. So Metzi, just a quick question: is your
Mm-hmm.
You should duck now.
Yeah. Okay.
is your 10 misses you?
Yeah.
So he misses you with the kick, and he just kind of lands in front of you, and he yells, "Yeah!" And then he just starts pummeling you as he tries to flurry at you. So he's going to take 1, 2, 3, 4 attempts to hit you.
2 of those hit.
2 of them hit.
Mm-hmm.
All things being equal, that's a lot better than what it could have been.
Yeah.
1, 2. You take 20 points of
Jeez.
as his fists, which look like they are lighting up like lightning, hit
Okay.
into you. That's
rude.
Loki's turn.
That's
Metzi, what
rude.
do you do? You've got this guy standing right in front of you.
Metzi is going to use his. I'm going to use my bonus action to cast Hexblade's Curse on the little shit.
Okay.
Okay, then I am going to. 1 second till I just look at a thing. Okay. If I am using a spell which, as part of its action, is a melee attack, would it just be a straight Macahuitl attack, or because I want to use my booming blade cantrip, but I don't know how it works yet.
Booming blade.
As part of the action used to cast the spell, you must make a melee attack with a weapon against one creature within the spell's range.
Ah, yes. Okay, so yeah, so make your standard melee attack. Don't forget that your charisma is involved in that.
Okay, so would I just be hitting with my Macahuitl, or am I clicking something different?
Roll a hit with your Macahuitl, and I'll take a look at the number and make sure it looks right.
Okay.
Yes, yes, yes. Okay, yep, and also you hit.
Okay, so slashing, and then I'll throw up. That should go into the chat. Why is it not posting? No, I'm. Okay, hold on. Let me just need to check things. Magic.
Plus 4. So technically it's one lower than that, except now don't forget your whatever the effect from. So what is the rest of the effect of that cantrip?
Should be there. We go. Okay.
Yay.
So you get the attack's normal effects, but they are now sheathed in booming energy. So if they move now, they get 1d8 thunder damage.
Nice. That's cool. So you potentially locked him down, or at least made him think about it.
Yeah. Because he's now all.
Oh, by the way, roll an extra d8.
Okay.
If the target willingly moves.
Yeah.
Okay, so that adds on to the damage that you did. If you read the at higher level section. So it's actually 8 plus
That's
6.
at 5th level. I'm only casting at 4th level.
No. That's character level, not caster.
Oh.
Yep.
Oh,
okay. Yay.
Yeah. Because you'll note it says.
That was when cast as.
No, because there are no 11th and 17th level spells. It only goes up to 9.
Oh, you think I read to the end of things?
I was
right
wondering
where they
about
were
that,
on
and I
it.
thought it makes okay.
Well, that's probably spell level, but nope, didn't read the whole thing.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Zed.
Yeah.
Very.
For reading.
Yeah.
Okay. So he takes 14 points of damage, and does not want to move, or else he would take 2d8 points of let's call it sound damage or whatever.
Thunder damage.
Thunder damage. Sorry. Thunder.
I bring the thunder.
Thundercat.
Thunder.
Oh.
Thunder.
Okay. Silent Fist. What are you doing?
Silent Fist is raging right off the bat. Sees a fight, ready for a fight, thinking about that dream, was looking for a fight and is in it. So rage first, and I'm guessing everything in here is close enough to move to. I'm moving to the ranger. Right, that's what he is.
Not that one.
So that's our friend.
The token beyond him.
Wait. Oh, sorry.
The
there.
blue lines there
you
to
go.
represent the ropes around it.
That was a rope. Sorry. Yeah. So I'm moving up to this guy, of which I really don't know who he is. I just know what he looks like because I never met him before.
Yep. He looks like Finn a little bit. He looks like an elf, except and especially as you get close, you can tell he is covered head to toe in a thick, dark, sort of waxy, black ashen makeup. Or grease paint, even.
I'm gonna kill that fucker.
So he looks like someone fun to fight. And I am going to reckless attack him.
Okay.
So let me go ahead and roll my damage with my greatsword.
Yep.
Oh, who put Shibari Aaron?
Oh my gosh. Why is my advantage not working?
Inappropriate.
Okay. So that one probably doesn't hit.
No.
Okay. And I'll do my extra attack.
That hit.
And that's my damage.
Okay.
You got screwed so bad on the great sword damage. I'm so
Yeah.
sorry.
I forgot all my Hexblade curse shit, so I'm gonna remember that for next round.
Did you? No, you didn't.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, you said you cast it.
I forgot it. No, I said it. I said that I cast Hexblade's curse as a bonus action, and then I hit him with the action, but I forgot all of my shit.
That's because we started
So I'm just
talking
gonna
about the
remember that.
booming blade. I
Okay.
think
Yes,
it's
we did.
railroaded.
I forgot my shit.
What does the Hexblade's curse add again?
Well, the attack roll was a 19, so it should have been a crit.
Oh. So
any attack roll you make on a hit roll of 19 or 20 is a critical hit.
Roll all of your damage again, then.
Okay. And there's a proficiency bonus for the attack.
Okay.
Hold on.
Loki is for sure dead, right?
No.
Shut up. I'm really bad at remembering things. Right.
Roll your damage again. In the meantime, Brenly, I want you to start thinking about your move.
I know exactly what I want to do. I'm ready.
Okay.
That was less damage. That's annoying.
Monk pace.
Okay. Was there any other damage shakes to add? Roll another 2d8.
2d8 or 1d8? Because it was 1d8 last time.
2d8.
Okay.
Oh,
no, right, that's 1d8. Sorry.
Actually, no, stop. It occurs to me. You were right, 1d8.
Okay, thank you.
So, extra d6. Boop. Or extra 6, rather. Okay, Brenly, it's your turn.
Okay. I'm going to run up yelling. Don't you touch him. I'm going to hit him.
I'm going to push it. Okay.
I'm going to whack at. Oh.
Oh.
Ouch.
Spectral sword just kind of passes right through him for some reason. I mean, it's okay. It happens to everybody. It's sometimes, you know.
We all have performance issues. Dang. What is this?
That's also a miss. That's not a miss.
There we go.
Give me some
Third
damage.
time's the charm.
Okay. And
God,
then
that
I
could have been a
wanted
shitload
to.
of damage if you'd have hit all 3 times.
Right.
And then I want to use this. My goading attack.
You can expend 1 superiority die to attempt to goad the target into attacking you. You add the...
Clever.
Okay, so roll the superiority die.
I already forgot what my superior die is. 1d8.
D8?
Yeah, there it is.
Okay.
And that adds on to my damage for the hit.
Yep. So when you whack him, how do you want this to happen?
Oh, does he die?
Oh yeah.
Yes. Oh, okay, that's fine.
You guys did about 68-ish damage to him this turn.
Good. Well, we did?
Yeah.
Oh, because I thought Silent Fist hit someone else.
He did.
Oh, okay. Ignore me.
Me and Mitzi have been pummeling this
Oh,
dude.
duh, Finn. Finn's the one I forgot about.
Jesus.
Oh my god. I'm sorry. I'm on migraine brain.
Okay.
Anyway.
No, fair.
I missed it too. Don't worry.
So,
Sorry, Cubit.
So I want Brenly to like run up and be like, "Don't you touch him!" And like, yeah, the spectral sword kind of like fizzles out, so she kind of looks at it and is like, "Whatever." And like with her other hand, just like slices through him. Stay away.
Okay. You cut his head off.
Good.
He dies with a gurgling.
And I get some hit points back because he was first.
Hooray!
Yay!
As he falls down, though, he does say, "Vengeance be upon you."
And I start looking up, like, shit, where?
Yeah.
Just like looking up, like, where the fuck is she?
That was Brenly's turn. Kaelrath was gonna shoot, but now that's a real issue because he's got some asshole up in his grill. So he drops his bow.
A real big asshole.
Draws two mean-ass, curved-looking, very long knives. And is going to take a couple of swipes at you. Does a 19 hit you?
Yes.
Does a 22 hit you? Does a 14 hit you?
No.
16. Okay, so 2. Okay, 1. Yowza. 2.
Ooh.
Jeez.
Okay, so he socks you with a total of 24 damage, and you need to make 2 Constitution saves.
With advantage.
Yes, with advantage. There's saves against poison.
Okay.
Okay, you are not poisoned, but you do take the initial damage.
What kind of damage is this? Is it still poison damage?
So it's a combination of acid and slashing.
So I take 12 damage.
Yep, that sounds right.
Slash it damage.
Yes.
Welcome to being a barbarian that doesn't do damage but tanks. I'm good. I'm happy
You do
about
a lot of damage when you hit. It's okay.
Glory, it's your turn.
He's too far away. Oh, okay. I'm going to move my full movement. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And then Glory's going to take like her maul, hold it in front of her like this, like that. Pull it apart. There's another maul in her hand. It's cast spiritual weapon and just kind of chuck it at him.
Okay. Now, is that that's not, no, I'm thinking spectral. Spiritual weapon is just a throw, right? Okay.
It's there.
Yep.
And it's just going to keep attacking.
Nice. Within range that lasts for the duration or until you cast the spell again when you cast the spell. So, make your melee spell attack. Okay.
13?
That's not going to be good enough, unfortunately.
Just
Yep. But it's there, and boy, does he know it's there. Yeah. Okay.
There's a floating spectral maul right next to Silent Fist.
You can attempt to attack a second time as a bonus action on your turn. So if we're assuming that you used your regular action to cast that, you can try a second attack then with your bonus.
Okay. 17?
17 will hit. Yes. He has a high dex but shit armor.
Ooh, full damage on that one. Nice.
Okay. Yeah, and he does feel that. He's not pleased. He'd rather not have taken that. Okay. So that is Glory's turn. Back up to Finn.
Okay. So I'm going to, with my bonus action, I'm going to cast Hunter's Mark. I'm going to cast Hunter's Mark. I'm trying to get it to appear in the thing. Why is it not doing that? So anyway, when I make an attack roll and I hit the creature I've marked, I can roll an extra d6 damage to the target when I hit it with any weapon attack, and I get advantages on any wisdom, perception, or survival check I may make to find it.
Okay.
I don't know why it's not appearing.
I don't know either, because you've done it before, but that's fine.
Yeah. Okay, so Hunter's Mark on Kaelrath. Oh,
Yep.
there it is. There it is.
Aha.
There it is.
It was behind my character sheet.
Ah.
And I'm going to make my movement now. So 5. Whoops. Darn it. That's annoying. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So now I've got a clean sight line. And I'm going to shoot twice with my bow.
All right. Give me the rolls.
All right, here we go. And I'm no longer advantaged. Hang on, let me fix that. I presume I'm not stealthing.
Yeah, because you don't get to take bonus actions to stealth, do you?
No, and I used it to cast Hunter's Mark.
Right.
Does the 17 hit?
The 17 hits.
Okay, so here's damage 11 plus the d6 for Hunter's Mark.
Uh-huh.
So that's 13 from that attack.
Yep.
And then I'm going to fire again. 13 misses.
Yes, it does.
Damn it. Okay.
Okay.
That concludes my turn, sir. And I'm going to do all of that angrily.
Okay. On what would have
Not like this dude.
On what would have been Loki's turn, through the ceiling, a spectral shadow sort of inks its way through. You see the feet of a humanoid figure, and then the torso, and the head, arms, and long black feathered wings as this person then solidifies, and you see Vengeance.
Oh, fuck, I knew it.
Who is a tiefling, and who is actually basically sort of comes in roughly above Glory. And hang on.
Tiefling on tiefling.
I hate that she's hot.
She's exceptionally hot, actually.
Didn't we say she was like Beyonce hot? I think this is where we came up with the Chris scale.
That might be.
Chris scale is for like a lumberjack NPC way back when, I think.
I think you're
Oh,
right.
yeah.
Okay. Vengeance comes in, and she immediately points at Glory. And she's got thaumaturgy voice up, so it's extremely booming, slightly rattles everyone's chest as she speaks. And she says, "You should not be here!" And then she proceeds to attempt to drain his life. A ray attack.
Her life.
Sorry, yeah.
I don't like that.
I'm sorry, I've been misgendering people left and right for the past couple of weeks. I'm sorry. Yeah, attempts to drain Glory's life, and
I don't like that.
I don't like it either.
You'll
don't like
find
it.
Vengeance is not really big on consent at all, actually. Not really a thing she takes much consideration for.
That's hella rude.
Oh, that's Chris.
Oh,
Wasn't she the one doing all like the creepy flirting
Yeah.
last time we met? Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, a little.
Ooh.
That misses.
Nice. Nice.
Okay, so that is
Oh.
going to be Jesus. That's
Yeah,
going to be a lot.
natural 20 misses. Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
nice.
Yeah.
With a plus 10. Yeah.
So double,
Really,
Know
really
your armor's
thick
good,
armor.
and
Oh god. 10d8.
that armor's thicker than Vengeance.
Oh, okay. Let's find out how bad this
What?
goes. Nothing.
This could kill me.
Oh.
44
Ooh.
points of damage.
What kind of damage?
It is not holy. It's the other one.
necrotic.
Necrotic.
Necrotic damage. Thank
Oh,
you.
goody.
Are you resistant to that?
No.
Oh, I thought you were.
He just
No.
lost it.
Okay,
No.
so
No.
44 necrotic damage to you, and as she does that, she holds her arm out to Kael'Rath and heals him
Oh, fuck.
back up
Good
to full, apparently.
Oh, fuck.
No, we hadn't done that much damage to him yet.
No.
And so what you see is basically she just sort of conduits like Gloria's life out straight back into Kael'Rath. And she is sort of flapping her wings. She's only about 10 feet above you because there is a ceiling in the room. Okay. That is Vengeance's turn.
What a lovely turn it was.
Metzi.
I don't like this turn of events.
Oh, how the turntables. Let me think. Okay. Excuse me, I just read to the end of my spell now. Okay, let me do just ruling thing. Okay. I am going to. Okay. Yeah, okay. I am going to cast Hold Person on both of them. I can do that apparently. Or I'm going to attempt to.
Alrighty, give it to me. Or no, they just make saving throws, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it should have just popped up. Here we go. Hold on. And I'm casting a level 4. There we go. Okay. So they make wisdom saving throws.
And your spell save DC is what?
15.
It's pretty good.
I'm a magic kitty. And they are within 30 feet of each other, so I can fucking fuck.
Wow. Okay, well, there's
goes
no
one of
accounting for the fact that I rolled a 17 and an 18, and I'm sorry.
It was fine. There goes one of my 2 spell slots.
Their saves aren't actually that great.
Warlocks.
They just fucking rolled high.
Okay.
Cool.
So that is Metzi's turn. Silent Fist.
Yep.
So, Silent Fist noticed Vengeance coming in, right?
Yep, and also notice that Kael'Rath's wounds just closed up right in front of his eyes.
Yeah. Well, just thinking to himself, not really saying anything during his speaking part of his turn, he thinks to himself, I thought that Dream was a half-human child. And then he proceeds to recklessly attack Kael'Rath. He thinks she's hot, a.k.a.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
don't
picked
think
up
too
that
much
I
into it.
I picked up what you were putting down.
Yeah, give me your attack.
That hits.
Yep.
Both of them? Okay.
Yep. Okay. Oh, an even 20.
An even 20.
Okay.
Yelling at that wound, don't you dare close.
And that is my turn.
Okay. Brenly.
Okay. So I understand that this is like metaphorical spacing, but this makes me feel better.
Okay.
And then I want to try to hit her with my spectral sword. 25. Does that hit?
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So I have 82 hit points, so that's like 27 damage.
Holy shit, you have 82 hit points.
I do.
Wow.
Whoa.
Okay. She takes that, and actually, it seems like it does extra damage to her.
Does it?
Almost as if it does, like, doubly more damage than it otherwise would. As if she is perhaps supernaturally weak to what you just did to her.
Then I won't action surging.
Okay.
So I can do that again.
Yep.
Does an 18 hit?
An 18 does hit.
And that's another 27. But that is my last spectral sword for the day.
Where's it? Where's it? It's okay. It's fine. It's fine.
That damn good one it was.
There's only supposed to be one of them.
Sorry. I'm doing this all wrong. There we go.
I don't like 5 on
54.
You hit her with enough damage that you are fairly certain she would die. And you can see, like, she pauses mid-air. She takes in a deep breath, stares at you in disbelief, and then pops out of existence, and she is gone. And on, like, sort of in the air as she dissipates into sort of a gaseous fog, you can hear her voice say, "Kilrath, you're on your own," as she's floats away.
That'll do, pig.
Kilrath,
100 years later.
who was, like, when Vengeance showed up, he got all smirky and smug, and then she got housed, and now he is fighting for his fucking life.
All right, kid, don't get cocky.
So he is fighting with a certain desperation. He is going to attempt to, let's see. So he does a thing where he's going to attempt to... Jesus. What just happened?
He's going to attempt to Jesus.
I just heard an extremely loud noise in my ear, which sounds like someone did this thing, but I can't see what someone did.
Wasn't me.
Wasn't me.
Hello, Navuti?
I was holding up that I'm muted.
I don't know. No, I heard the bring.
We got an alert on the bottom left of the stream, but I can't read what it is because I have, like, my quality low.
Yeah,
I
I'm
can't
sorry.
see the map.
Well, thank you for whoever did whatever they did. Okay, so
I don't know what happened.
Jade, you need to make a wisdom save.
Wisdom save.
DC 16.
It's actually a 6, but I don't think it matters. Oh, wait, no. He's not within 10 feet of me. Never mind.
Yep. So he actually drops one of his daggers and palm strikes you in the chest, and it stuns you for 2 rounds.
It counts as stunned?
That
Stunned.
thing was Navuti hosting us.
Oh,
Oh,
thank you,
Navuti
Navuti.
hosted us. Thank you,
Wait.
Navuti.
You're raging. You can't
Thanks,
be stunned,
Navuti.
can you?
Yeah, I was just gonna say my mindless
Oh,
rage
fuck,
does that.
you're right. Well, my mistake is his mistake. He pops you in the chest, and it does nothing. And then he looks at his hand, he's like, "Damn you!" And then he will
I just
attempt,
really love that image. Just like, dunk.
and he will then attempt to run away. You get an attack of opportunity.
Oh, sweet. I think that
Oh my
hits.
God.
Slaughter him.
All right, do your damage.
He's dead, Jim.
Where is he going to run to? We're in a room.
Man, at this point, I mean, he
He
wants
just-
you completely destroy 2 of his party members. He does not feel like he can take you on his own. He's a sniper, not a melee fighter, and he's had this fucking barbarian door just in his face the whole time.
I don't know why. I don't think that it calculates, but I'm pretty sure the rage damage counts twice. Correct? For a
I
crit?
think so, yeah.
It didn't add it there, but that's what
Why
it
did
is.
it roll a 0?
It shouldn't have. It should have been a 2.
Yeah. Okay. So 24. Okay. So he didn't like that. But he does then continue moving, and he goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And he's trying to put in distance. And so that is where he is. And he will then use his bonus action to draw a short bow in his offhand. He cannot fire it this round. Glory.
I'm going to fuck his shit up.
His bow is right here.
Yeah, his regular bow is there. he is currently holding a single short crossbow, and a dagger.
Okay.
Yes, Newbie, exactly that.
What is the range that I can see? What's the range on hold person? 60. Never mind. We're good. Yeah, okay. We're gonna just cast hold person on you, like, don't move. So I'll put those off. He needs to beat a 14.
You know, he beat a 15 earlier this round. Let's see if he can do it again.
Oh, rub it in, why don't you?
No, he fucking rolled a 1 this time.
Dude,
Can I also walk over to his bow and step on it?
You can walk over to it. You don't have the time because technically it would be an action, though it would be cinematic. But his bow is perfectly fine.
I mean, just like holding on, not let the break.
Oh,
just
just kind of like step. Yes, yeah, that you can do absolutely.
And I'll like, sorry, we're late.
And he is held. And Aaron looks at you and says, "Okay, I'm pretty sure that's Metzi, and you're Glory. And hi, how's it going, Brenly? And I'm pretty sure that I am hallucinating, but that's okay. If one of you glorious little visions could untie me. Hi, Finn. How's it going? I don't think you're real right now.
This seems
but
fine.
I think that I've lost more blood than I realized.
I may be concussed.
Yeah.
That's
So
my
yeah,
favorite.
he's definitely out of it, but he sees you, and yeah. Finn, it is your turn.
Whoops. Darn it. I keep doing that. So I'm going
Here's
to
the
move.
thing.
The ranged guy ran to get
15,
range and may have
20,
just helped the
25.
other ranged guy.
Okay. Actually, where was I? I just want to get line of sight.
I really want Finn to take him out.
Yeah.
So does Finn. Yeah, doink. 2 arrow
Doink.
shots. With Hunter's Mark still up.
You get advantage. He's held.
You get advantage. He's paralyzed.
So
Yep.
let me roll a second roll for this attack in case it crits.
Yep.
Or I can just roll 2 25s. Does 25 hit?
No.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is just my first attack. Damage is 14. Yeah.
Okay. Let me see the
And
second
then I
one.
get the 1d6 for the Hunter's Mark. Add 4 to that. That's 18. So first attack is 18. Let's get this other attack going with advantage.
Yes!
Fuck yes.
Roll your
That
damage
is
just to make sure.
Narratively constant.
Make
I love
That
it.
was a 19 and a 20.
2 rolls, or is it double what rolls?
You double the dice.
It should have doubled it already.
Oh, it gave me an 11 and 3, so 14.
Right, and then roll your hunter's
And
mark.
then
I don't know if you can hear her.
Oh,
Okay.
we so heard it. That was magical.
3 more.
Nice. That is
Yes.
perfect. How do you want him to die?
Man, just 2 arrows through the throat, takes him off his feet, blasts him into the wall, and I just curse at him in Elven.
The arrows pierce his throat and pin him to the wall, and he's trying to fire his crossbow, and it goes off harmlessly into the ground, and it skitters around, and he just bleeds and gurgles and dies.
Good kill. I'll finish my move to come over here to Aaron.
Yeah, are we out of initiative?
If we're out of
Yes.
initiative, I'll
We're
untie.
Yeah.
kicking it over to untie the...
Yeah. And I'll just
Do we
give him a
have
good
any-
pat on the back and give him 20 hit points. No, 10 hit points.
Stingy.
I need the.
Yeah, I can cure.
I'm
wounds
on
him as
single
well.
digits.
Yeah, Glory,
Oh.
you can hold that. Glory, hold that. I can cure him. You probably need your own healing. I can also cast a spell on you if you need to. Need me
And
to.
as I go past, I'm just going to kick Loki's body.
Good. Good.
All right. Yeah, Aaron is just completely insensate. He has no real idea where he is. He actually, like, he sort of mumbles something about Valhalla. He's pretty sure that he's seeing, like, his dead heroes. And, like, he's just totally out of it right now.
Yeah, I'm gonna go over and cast Cure Wounds.
That allows him to sort of... it heals him enough that he is able to pass out. Basically, like he feels better enough, and there is enough like lessening of pain that he just goes, oh, and sort of faints.
I am going to, seeing that everyone kind of has, him in hand, I'm gonna run around and check all the cells, just like literally like glance in each one and see that there's no one else.
Yeah, you can see them clearly from here that there is no one else in the cells. Okay. Correct. Yeah. Nope. There's no one else in the cells.
Is this
when
bow?
When he said Valhalla, I'm sorry.
That bow under Glory's foot, does that look like anything interesting?
It would be so annoying if that was like a magical, amazing bow and she fucking stepped on it.
It does, in fact, look interesting.
Lightly, not breaking.
And in all honesty, a variety of the items that both of these people are carrying look pretty interesting. Loot them now. Remind me that you looted them next game, and we will talk about what it was.
Right. Get that from Ricardo.
Yes. So, I've written loot the corpses down.
Okay.
Go.
I have spelt it wrong. Fuck.
Okay. So, yeah. So that was pretty fucking cool. So I know that we went over our time. Obviously, it's 9:41 now. And
it's 9:41.
But I want... Yes, I know.
8:41 here.
6:41.
2:41 here in the AM.
But I wanted to... How's it going, Wiley and Jage in the correct time zones?
Going well.
Are you okay?
Correct time.
But I wanted to make sure that we got that combat in while Wiley could be with us for it.
Yes.
Yeah,
so
I'm really glad we did.
So worth it.
Needed to kill that ranger.
By the way, I don't ever want to hear another complaint about like people not doing enough damage. You guys, as a party,
we just shit some damage.
Yeah, you did like about 300 hit points over the course of what, 3 rounds?
I was thinking, like, why is this so easy? They were dead hard last time, and then I remembered leveling.
Well, you also have an extra person this time too.
You have an extra person.
Well, Brenly did 100 on her own in one attack.
Yeah.
To be
sword, I love it.
Twice.
Yeah, to be fair, that was a gross combination of a pretty damn good attack that she can only do some of the time, but that she happened to have up at the time, and also the fact that it does like a
30 hit point.
Yeah, it does a kind of damage that is the exact opposite
when it mattered
of that particular person. Yeah. So.
Hey, now we only have to kill fuck. Yay! Because there's 4 of them.
Vengeance isn't dead.
Oh.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
I'm so glad.
I was hoping
By
I
the
made
way,
that clear.
Okay,
Silent Fist totally took a mental note of that, not counting as a kill.
He's like, that's the future mother of my babies.
Okay. Swing.
What?
Swing.
What just happened?
It's okay. It's okay. Brenly,
Nothing.
you killed Loki, so you still killed one more person than he did.
Oh, I sure did.
I'm just happy that my scream from the top of our stairwell got her.
I loved it.
See,
thank you.
God doesn't need a box when God has a voice like that.
Okay,
Right.
but we also want God to have a box.
No,
So
But
God doesn't need a box.
we've been promised the box in season 2.
It will
Season
happen.
2,
It will happen.
God
Calm
gets
down.
a box.
It's written down.
So-
It's written down.
In the notes.
See? It's in the notes. God box.
In the short term, in the now, let's do some quick ups and downs, and then we got to peace out. So let's go ahead and start with Moogs.
I loved like the spy espionage sneaking around resistance thing in the city. That was fun. I also love these very satisfying good kills. I did not like getting crit, but that's okay. That is okay. I just need to roll better my health the next few.
You lived.
I did
better.
live.
You got better.
I got better. I made myself better.
I got better.
And we get to level this.
And we get to loot them.
We get to loot the dead people.
Metzi. Upsies, downsies.
My ups are there's such wonderful role play, my boy, my little Ricky. I'm still really sad about the other kid.
Ricky.
And there will be a reckoning when we find Lily. Oh my goodness. But no,
I still think she
so
named
much...
her kid that.
No, she's good girl. She's just misguided. All right. If you can defend Leech, I can defend Lily. Okay. Mine doesn't eat people.
Okay.
No. So yeah, awesome combat, which I really loved. And I'd say my only down is that I keep forgetting to do things when I'm in combat because I get all.
That is okay. Brenly, Cubit.
You're really loud when I'm next.
That's
to your
me.
head.
That makes sense. So downsies, I was on migraine brain and had like Swiss cheese holes, so I felt real dumb and forgot things. But upsies, this game was so much fun that I forgot I had a migraine for a while.
Good.
Because all of you are amazing and I love doing this. This is so fun.
We love you, cutie.
It's good for the soul.
It is.
Go with Jage next. Is that a little... What am I looking at? Oh, that's your hat, and then it's like there's a shadow. Okay.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Oh.
Sorry.
Okay.
I apologize. Continue.
So my positives, I think like the anticlimactic moment where Kelrath tried to pump stun me, and then it looked like it was gonna like turn the tide of the fight, and it was like, nope, my abs, bro. I don't know, like for some reason,
do you even lift, bro?
So like that's like not the first time that's happened in combat, and I just find them like so funny. It's like the comedy in the middle of like the serious moment. Like Silent Fist always has those, it seems. And then I really like that Silent Fist was forced to internalize the dream. And he's even like, it's like he's like slowly going into like this frustration, but it's bad taste for Goliaths to be outward with it. So I like that internal little role play that's going on there. And then the negatives, so I'm having a hard time with note taking and paying attention to detail what's going on. Today I think I did a little bit better. Last week definitely had a problem with it. And then the other thing, just kind of like felt bad for talking over Wiley when I couldn't hear him, but I think that'll get fixed when he gets back home.
Yeah, I got a new mic at home.
And that was it.
Thank you. Awesome. Yeah, and as far as the talking over, like I don't know why, I've been like very sensitive about it with my students recently, because they get excited and they start talking over, and I just accidentally let it bleed in here a couple of times. So it was like, bap, bap, bap. But that was, so I apologize if I was being a little too officious as traffic cop.
No, it's good. It's good though. Like it's good because I didn't know I was talking over him.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. And then Wiley.
Man, I got to be jazzed about that crit at the end. That was pretty freaking sweet. Nice little dice telling the tale right in the narrative, so that was cool. And that dream was pretty cool, man. That was nice. I think I saw some metaphors for what's really going on in our little storyline, so that's cool. My only down was just showing up late, having to do that, but I'm really glad I could sneak in and get the game in. So
yeah,
I'll forward it
to,
down
definitely.
that I got to miss next week, but I don't think I'm going to be able to get in with like I did tonight. So, very good session, y'all. Thank you.
Whoop whoop.
Yep.
Alrighty, well, thank you very much, those of you who have been following us and watching along. I know that Throck is actually running a
He's
game.
DMing, yeah.
Yeah.
Can we
Yep.
raid and counter roleplay?
Well, I was thinking, why don't we give a little love to Throcky Poo? Yeah.
Isn't that where he is? Oh no, he's at Greyhawk. Sorry,
Yeah, so
I was just mistaken.
And it's just GREYHAWK, correct?
Yeah, Greyhawk.
Yes.
Alrighty. Well, we are going to raid Greyhawk and say hello to Throcky Poo.
It's the Greyhawk channel.
Wait, no, it's the Greyhawk channel.
Sorry.
Like all one word.
Who is it?
It's a fake raid.
Raid the
Fake
Greyhawk
like that
channel.
Hey, Qubit.
There you go.
Sorry, you're having my.
There we go.
Alrighty. And so, thank you everybody who is watching us, and have a good night.
Bye.
Hope you feel better, Qubit.
Thanks, friend.
Got it, buddy.
Hang on.